Would you like to see football wherever you are in the world?
With NordVPN, you can get premium protection online and set your location so you never miss a minute of the content you usually enjoy.
Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW to get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free.
Welcome. It is the Sheffield United way. You've got me, Hal. Nick is at the game. Isn't he lucky? And isn't he lovely? Well, both of those things are true. Welcome along. This is a watch along. The game being on TV means we can do these again. If you are joining us and you're in the UK, the match is available if you're a Sky Sports customer on Sky Sports Football at 7:45. You'll be able to then press the red button and the Sheffield United Preston North End game hopefully, will appear. Now, I have got a number of backups in place, just in case something goes wrong. So I am definitely, no matter what, doing a watch along for this game. I will have company as well a little bit later on. But if you are just joining us, you might have missed the news that the industrious Ben Osborne is actually out of the game today, and Luke Freezy Freeman, I hate that nickname, is coming in for him. Also, Robin Olsen is in. Now, Robin Olsen will not really have had much time to train with the team, and that means after 𝐍𝐸𝐷𝐍 put in a pretty good shift against Peterborough, that double save as well, just incredible, he's actually dropped. It looks like that might be the last time we start a league game with 𝐍𝐸𝐷𝐍.
Wes. League One, Wes.
League One West. Are we crazy?
League One West. Are we crazy?
Are we crazy? I mean, maybe dropping him was somewhat a little bit harsh, but Olsen is perhaps the best goalkeeper we ever could have signed at this current time. So it definitely does make sense to bring in an international keeper, Swedish international. It's also quite interesting to think that Sheffield United have an international keeper, and so does Sheffield Wednesday. I was trying to think when the last time was that both clubs in the city had their nation's number one. Maybe pop that in the comments if you know. So the team to face, PNE, is Olsen, Baldock, Norrington Davis, Egan and Robinson at the back, Norwood and Fleck in the middle. Then we've got that triumvirate, Gibbs, White and Dye and Freeman. Up front, it is Captain Billy Sharp. He just is like a fine wine. He is getting better with age. Brewster, Basham, Berge, Howrahan, Ollie McBurney-Powell and Bogle on the bench. I already mentioned 𝐍𝐸𝐷𝐍 is on there. Jayden Bogle, I feel like if he played for any other team in the Championship, maybe apart from West Bromwich Albion, or West Bromwich Albion, if you're watching this channel, because Furlong's got that ridiculous throw, Bogle probably gets in, and it really is incredible that he hasn't played more. I think the only way he is going to get into a Sheffield United team, and let me know if you agree with this in the comments, is to adapt his position and maybe play him wide right. But at the moment, now we've just got Morgan Gibbs-White, and he's not really a winger, but he's playing sort of there in that kind of three. I think his game time is going to be even more limited. So what do you think about the Bogle-Baldock debate? It seems like no matter what, whoever we have at right back or right wing back, there's always been that debate. We've been blessed as Blades to have very good right-sided players. I remember Chris Short, Mitch Ward, Kyle Norton, Kyle Walker, Greg Halford at the time afterwards as well was playing right wing, and then you had like Cottrell out on the bench instead. And now on the right-hand side, it's that Baldock, Bogle, but Kieran Freeman before. People I remember at the start when Baldock arrived were like, can't drop Kez. If Baldock could cross, I think it would be a very different story. Paul, you read my mind. Paul Bentley, just wish Balders could cross. Absolutely. Why am I not at the game? Aaron, you might not be following me on Twitter. Please do. In fact, this is something we can do, right? This is something we can all do together because Nick's not here. For some reason, I have no idea why or how. Nick has 1,000 more followers than me. And I have absolutely no idea why on Twitter. So at Hal the Blade, get me a few more followers. So I did a video on there just before the Posh game where I went to that one saying that I've got one of these kind of like PCP deals where you say how many miles you're going to do in the car beforehand, when you buy it, rent it. And I panicked and I told them a much smaller amount of miles than I actually do. And then going to all these games, I mean, I've had it a few months. I've already done 5,000 miles. So, yeah, not looking good. Not good. So I'm going to have to renegotiate. So that's why I'm only going to the games that aren't on TV. And then I can do these watch-alongs for you. As I say, we'll have company later on. Right, we've been through the Blades team. Let's have a look at Preston North End. If you watched our match preview, it is the team I predicted. Iverson, Vandenberg on loan. Ben Whiteman, remember him. Bauer, Johnson, the captain. Story, Hughes, Ledson. We've got 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐴, Maguire and Earl. Very good player, Earl. He's one that I think we've got to keep an eye on. He's one of those that can play on that left wing back position, and a lot goes down the left for Preston North End. I will indeed. I have emailed them, Ashley, about extending the mileage. We are going to work on that. Also, as we are looking at this Preston team, we're going to work on seeing what the sun is like in the States. Robert has the Pacific Ocean in the background. Robert, how windy is it on a scale of 1 to a million?
We're pretty close up there. It's actually the waves that are louder than I was expecting, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay.
Yeah, we can hear you absolutely fine. It's not even sounding windy at all. So just give us your thoughts on this game after that fantastic win, putting incredibly 6 past Peterborough.
Yeah, so that was amazing for us. Like I said on the brief fans react video I made, this is what we've needed. We've needed an offensive performance. We've needed this team to really start playing Slav's way, and we got that. And so going into this game, it's another game where we should win. We should be able to perform really, really well. Getting Olsen in goal, I'm very excited, very positive loan signing for us. So just all around, this should be another great game for the Blades.
So what do you make of the fact that League One 𝐼𝐻 plays pretty well, pulls off a great double save, and Robin Olsen comes straight in?
Yeah, it's probably not fair for him. Maybe he could have got one more game, but at the same time, Slavisa said he was going to give him and 𝐼𝐻 each 2 games. The fact that he got a third, he took his opportunity and ran with it for sure. So I think that that bodes well for him in the future. But it's still, he had his chance a couple times and wasn't as confident as he could have been.
Simon asks, how are you going to watch the game?
Unfortunately, it is not easily accessible, hence why it's a beach day today. So I wanted to come say hi to you guys before the game happened, so that way all my commentary is valid and on point.
Very good idea. The other thing is that Ben Osborne, the Duracell bunny, the Ronaldo player that we saw against Peterborough, unfortunately he's ill, so he misses out. That's a bit mysterious. Ben Davis, a bit mysterious. What's going on there? We're not really sure. Just so unfortunate, wouldn't you say, for Ben Osborne after that performance, Robert? Yeah.
So certainly, obviously, illnesses. You got to take those seriously. Make sure you are well with your own health. But yeah, it was an amazing performance. Watching those highlights, he definitely stood out. And if 𝐼𝐻𝐸, if Morgan Gibbs-White, if Billy Sharp hadn't had as good of games as they had, he was getting man of the match. But even then, he was 5 players down on the list of people who I'd have given man of the match to on Saturday. So really could have been a really good opportunity for him to kick on, build that momentum for the season, kind of own his spot, in that midfield. But getting Luke Freeman out there is not going to be a bad thing either for the team, because he's been, or all the fans have been crying out to give him some game time. So seeing what he can do, I think, is going to be really big for us going forward.
The question from W Stockit, why Davis is still out. We don't actually know. We just know he picked up a minor knock. And when you hear minor knock, you just haven't got a clue what that means. And length of time, 𝐿𝐴𝐻 picks up a minor knock, and the next thing you know, you're staring at a month and he's still on the sidelines. So you just don't know. And we want Davis to be back as soon as possible. I think particularly, Robert, after that performance from Jackie Longthrow, what did you make of that?
Yeah, obviously one easy mistake, you're getting muscled off the ball like that. You should know where the opposing players are, so you don't have to, give away the ball there. Could it have been called a foul? Probably. But overall, I think it's Slavisa's decision on, does he want a natural left-sided center back, or does he want to give somebody else a chance? And obviously we would be playing Ben Davies there in a back 4 with Egan. So he's playing Robinson right now because of that natural sidedness that he has. But a lot of fans, I think, especially after the big mistake for the 1 goal, we're seeing maybe we could get Chris Basham in there. But at the same time, Chris Basham is a very forward-thinking center back. He is very good at dribbling the ball forward, taking possession. And when you have 4 at the back instead of 5, I think opens us up a little bit too much. It's a little more risky. So that may be why he's going with Robinson again, especially if, the team as a whole can get another 6 goals. It's okay to let one in, every so often.
Have you got a book to read?
I left it back at the room, but I'm a couple chapters in, loving it so far.
All right, for those that don't know, this is the book I wrote with my buddy Sim. It's called All Hollow. It's available on Amazon. But if you want a signed copy from me, I only have a few copies left, amazingly. Just follow me on Twitter. Drop me a DM at Hal the Blade. We're trying, Robert, to increase my followers today because Nick isn't here. I have absolutely no idea how. I don't know how Nick has got 1,000 more followers than me. That is, well, in my opinion, absolutely crackers. But do follow me on social media at Hal the Blade. I don't usually give that out. Robert, we will let you enjoy the Pacific Ocean. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thanks for having me. And let's go Blades. Beat Preston.
I hope we see you again later on in the day if you're, not too suntanned, too tired.
We'll see.
All right, mate. Cheers. Thanks very much for joining us. Thanks, Robert. Robert joining us from, as he always is, the United States of America. Let me know where you are watching the Sheffield United way from around the world. It would be just fantastic to find out how many people we've got all over. Now, it's a 7:45 p.m. UK time kickoff. The referee for this encounter is County Durham's 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐚𝐷𝐸𝐿. The last time he refed us was that celebration away day at Stoke City Duck. Now, we've been through the team news, but Preston, they've been playing a 5-3-2 this season. Sometimes it transitions to a 3-4-1-2 in-game. They play a wing-back system, much more attacking down the left with Earl. They have also those 2 midfielders that sit in front of their defenders. Sometimes there's the back 3, then there's 2 in front of that. They play a roaming playmaker in Johnson, Daniel Johnson, the captain, always impressive. I was listening to Blades Pod earlier, and they were talking about how he always looks like a Premier League player, Daniel Johnson. He always seems to play well against the Blades. Let's hope that stops today. He acts as a nice link between the midfield and the attack. Now, in the table, not that I really bother looking at the table, early biscuits, but United are 18th on 5 points. Preston North End sit 13th on 7 points. Their last result was a 0-0 with Bristol City, and they have had trouble scoring goals. I want that to continue. Ched Evans is out injured. If you're wondering if we were going to see Ched Evans return at Bramall Lane, no, not tonight. Connor Wickham has just agreed to sign for them. The match against Peterborough, I think it's worth saying just kind of how special that was. I was there. It really was a day that I think will live with me for a while. Just it felt like actually getting back properly since that Norwich game. It felt like we were actually, back. So if you were watching that, following that from afar, I'm sure you'll agree with me. That was like we finally got our Blades back. Also, Aaron, I haven't renewed my season ticket this season due to working a lot. I feel that pain. I usually have to work 2 to 3 Saturdays. I'm on leave at the moment. So yeah, it's totally understandable. I've had a season ticket for years, but not this season, and I totally get it. We've got people watching from all over the world. Do appreciate that. So last time we scored 6, because I was talking about that posh game, was the 6th of November 2016. A lot of 6s in this sentence, and that was under Chris Wilder in the FA Cup against Leyton Orient at Bramall Lane. 6-0. John Fleck started that game. Of the players we still have, Jack O'Connell and Chris Basham played, and Billy Sharp was on the bench. And I do want to take a moment to mention someone I don't have with me today, but I'm completely on my own. But Bobby in the background is normally the man behind all the graphics. There is a UFO behind me. You're absolutely right. it's very true. Thank you very much. He made me look twice there. Bobby in the background isn't actually here. He normally does all the graphics, all the on-screen stuff, which we don't actually have today because I don't have my Bobby. But Bobby did a graphic of 𝐷𝐸𝐷𝐸𝐿𝐚. And 𝐷𝐸𝐷𝐸𝐿𝐚 on Instagram with his 1.7 million followers could have chosen any graphic to announce his arrival at Sheffield United. He could have chosen the official graphics from the club, but he went with the graphic that Bobby made on Sheffield United Way. So if you don't yet, do please follow us at Sheffield United Way on Facebook, Instagram, and also Twitter. I want to give a shout out to my mate Ian. Greetings from Brian's Bar in Nerja on the Costa del Sol. Ian's actually going to be getting some footage for us from that bar. Hello to everyone there. I know there's quite a few people watching. I'm going to be watching on the red button. I mean, I don't know if anyone else is having the same issue as me. Every time I press this red button on Sky, it just says you need to use Ultra HD TV to watch this. So I have absolutely no idea what is going on there. So if anyone else having the same issue, let me know. But don't worry, I have a backup. for watching it. So not too much of a problem there. We're also asking you today where in the world you are watching. So it's exotic places like Suffolk. Also, we've got Jez watching from Cyprus. No BFBS needed when Sheffield United way are streaming. I mean, BFBS is the best. So, you know, I would say keep using BFBS, particularly when I'm on. Also, just let us know if you are watching overseas as well, like Jez did there, and in the UK. So we were talking about Bobby, so I'm delighted for him. I want to give congratulations to Bobby. As I was saying, do follow us on social media and help us on YouTube get to 15K. Last time I did a watch along, I was saying help us get to 12. So that shows how we've grown since we did that interview with the Prince, and it's absolutely brilliant. Thank you, each and every one of you that has contributed there. So that's good. Oh, Luke, so someone else told me they were already watching on the red button. You can't access the red button until 5 minutes before kickoff. Luke, you have relaxed me, but yes, it is on Sky. I always say it like that. I have absolutely no idea why I sound like I'm from Lancashire, but Paul in a rain-soaked Leicestershire, watching in sunny Bournemouth. My parents are thinking of getting a place in Bournemouth. I want them to live near me, not in a weird way, just that it's quite a long way at the moment. I have to travel to go and see my folks. I always break up the journey. I go and see my parents. They're in a place called Gaydon, and then I drive on to beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. Well, not on Saturday because they're in Spain at the moment. So I drove for the very first time since I've lived down south. I drove all the way to the lane there and back. I had to leave at 8 a.m. I mean, I didn't have to, but I wanted to meet Nathan Hemmingham, which I did, met him before. Very supportive journalist. I wanted to meet Roy, you know, Andrew Panchero, which I did. I wanted to meet Ben from Blades Pod, which I did. I wanted to meet Johnny and Big Kev from Shoreham View, which I did. So that's why I left so early, just to meet all the people beforehand. And it was absolutely fantastic to do that and then enjoy the game. And a few people recognized me as well, which was really nice. So that was just touching, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that. Rob, another USA-based blade called Rob here. Hal, just wish I was with Robert on that beach in California rather than here in rain-soaked Texas. Didn't even know that it rained in Texas. Watching in Inverness, Uncle Albert, great to hear from you. Thank you very much for getting in touch. My parents used to have a place in Inverness because I was born in Scotland and lived there for 6 years. So when I left Scotland as a little boy, I had a little Scottish accent. And then they sent me to a boarding school in York. So I went there with a little sort of Scottish accent. I used to call my little finger my pinky. So I got so much stick. So then I developed this accent, you know, as a survival technique. And then when I went back to Scotland, when I finished university, everyone was like, they hated me there as well. Because it was like, who's this guy, eh? Talking like this? You're from Dundee, eh? And people like this. Just because you're born in Scotland does not make you Scottish. I'm English all the way through. What's this? You can't use your YouTube millions to buy them a house in Beaconsfield. Well, we're talking about, Chef Paul, Bourne End rather than Beaconsfield. But YouTube millions. If you had any idea how much we made from doing this, oh my goodness. 30 quid last month. So just to give you an idea. So if you do want to help support the channel, that would be absolutely incredible. I'll give you a number of reasons why. We are in the Football Content Awards, which is great. But you actually have to pay for tickets, which I wasn't aware of. So we've been nominated, but you have to pay for tickets. I've been nominated for a few awards in my life, but I've never had to pay as a nominee for tickets. It's really strange. But the Football Content Awards are on Thursday, the 14th of October. We've been nominated in 4 categories. Bless you if you voted. Best in video, best podcast, best club content creator, and best content creator. Now we're up against the big boys here. We're not playing games. We're up against, you know, Stretford Paddock and Arsenal Fan TV, or AFTV as it's known now. We're up against all of these. The chances of us winning are very slim. It now goes over to the judges, but it was you, dear viewer, that voted for us to get us this far. So we said we'd like to go along, and it's quite expensive to go along. So we need to raise quite a bit of cash if we're actually going to go. Myself, Nick, and Bobby. It would cost us £450 for all 3 of us to buy tickets. So I don't think we're going to raise that much. But if you ever do want to support what we do on the channel, there's a number of ways you can do it. You could become a member of the channel. That means that you just help us with all the costs. Like this piece of kit I'm using right now, this costs money. And these are our fabulous members: David Gill, Craig Rowley, Peter Lant, Blade Paul, what a name, Anthony Michael, David Morwood, who's just an absolute superstar, Paolo Budgie, Lyndon O'Daly, Stuart Ward, Christopher Truelove, Jim Phipps, the Jim Phipps, Stuart Taylor, great football name, and Ron Cooper. All of those help us with the channel and just literally keep it going. And without them, we wouldn't be able to do it. So if you'd like to do that, it would be incredible. You can just hit join next to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Don't have to. We will never ask you to give us a penny. But if you ever do want to support the channel, that's how you can do it. All the big boys on YouTube do that. And they've got, unlike us, hundreds of members. We're not expecting that. And we would never ask you to do that. But if you do want to support us, thank you very much. But just help us get to 15K. Tell people all about the Sheffield United fan content that we create. Subscribe to the Sheffield United Way YouTube channel. We've got podcasts with former and current players, fans, forums, of course, watch-alongs. It is free if you just want to subscribe. Last time out, Saturday, the 22nd of September 2018 in the Championship that we played Preston North End. David McGoldrick scored a late winner as the Blades edged past PNE, who had come from 2 down to equalise. McGoldrick's low shot clinched victory for United in the 87th minute, following a fine assist from Ender Stevens. A quiet first half in that game. I remember it well. It was like I was there just yesterday. It was brought to life by Billy Sharp. His right-footed shot from close range opened the scoring. Chris Basham looped a header into the top corner from an Ollie Norwood free kick. And Preston drew level with 2 goals in 2 minutes from Daniel Johnson, their captain. Left-footed shot was followed moments later by Callum Robinson. Whatever happened to him, scored with a similar effort, both finding the bottom left-hand corner. The attendance that day was 23,857. I have no idea if it will be more or less today. Let's ask Statsman Adam, who's in his classic Visit Malta. Adam, welcome. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Not quite the sunny beach of Lanzarote, but hey-ho.
Tell us, you just got back, right?
I have. Yeah, got back on the early hours of Monday. Was in disbelief on my sunbed. Sheffield United scoring 6. I thought somebody was winding me up, but that's how it goes. And incidentally, 6-0 against West Brom. I was in Fuerteventura, so bad news. Sorry, I'm back. I'm not in that part of the world. Maybe I need to go back.
You probably remember the league 6-0 against West Bromwich Albion. Yes. What you might not know, that's the only game I didn't go to at home that season. Yep.
Disaster. I remember that I was in a bar in Fuerteventura, and the barman at the time was a West Brom fan. Mm-hmm. And at 2 pints a goal, what a great night.
I bet it was. So we just should mention as well, NordVPN, if you do want to, whenever the game's not on, if you do want to watch it, right, there's ways you can do it, even if you're in the UK, and it's perfectly legitimate. You can get nordvpn.com/TSUW. Go there. Adam's done it. Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW, 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months free, and you can change your location. It's more for internet security, privacy, and safety. nordvpn.com/TSUW. So that's just sort of one of the ways that you can support the channel if you don't want to commit to something, longer term. Adam, and also you, dear viewer, give us your score prediction, please.
I'm going to go for a 2-0 Blades win today.
Give me the scorers.
Scorers. Ooh, I will go for... And I will always love you. Sorry.
Please don't do that ever again.
No. I think you'll do well. I think you'll get one. And late on, Ollie McBurney is a sub. I'm really going out there.
Ollie McBurney, pal. All right, if you are just joining us, the game is on Sky. You can press the red button on Sky Sports Football now and then choose your game. It wasn't working earlier. It is now. The game I've chosen, Adam, is Sheffield United against Preston. Also, I suggest you do the same. I want to give a shout out to Dem Blades fanzine. My copy has arrived. This is one that's dedicated to Chris Wilder. As you can see, every 3 weeks written on the front, which is a reference to when he gets his haircut, demblades.co.uk. If you want to get the fanzine, they don't pay us to say that. I just love the guys that do it. And also, I'd like to take a moment to thank David for joining us on our audio podcast, Dem Blades. David, he's the editor of that fanzine. We did a favourite, not best, crucially, favourite Blades 11. The reason we did favourite, Adam, is if you do favourite, you can't be wrong.
True.
Now, tell me that you're in a position where you've managed to get your red button working and we're all on the same page.
I have. Coverage will start at 7:40 p.m. live from Bramall Lane, it says.
That's what I like to hear. I love all these.
And I've gone Sheffield United against Preston out of the
Good
matches. That looks like the best one for this channel to comment and to as a watch along, it's probably best that we watch the same game.
Agreed. Let's go through the team for those just joining. We do have Robin Olsen now. Adam, I want your thoughts. Do you actually feel a little sorry for League One Wes?
No. I don't know. No. Olsen's obviously has been a world-class goalkeeper, still is an international goalkeeper, and brings a bit of experience to the back line, something that I think was needed after the departure of Aaron Ramsdale. No disrespect to Wes, but he is a backup goalkeeper. He'll come in and do a job when he needs to do so. He's been steady in the games that he's played. I wouldn't say it was spectacular, but I'm excited to see a goalkeeper. It's a very unusual feeling, excitement to see a goalkeeper, but hope he goes well.
You were a keeper. We played on the same team at university, so I understand why you'd be. Yeah,
me as a keeper, I hope Robin's certainly much better than myself as a goalkeeper. But no, I am excited to see how the communication is. A tall goalkeeper, I think.
6'5".
He's the tallest goalkeeper we've had for quite some time.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that, because I was surprised at how short League One Wes actually was. When I was at Luton, I was right behind the goal, and you realise that he is, for a keeper anyway, I'm in no position. I mean, one of the things I noticed on Saturday was when people met me for the first time, they were like, "Oh, I thought you'd be taller." It's like, that is actually a very rude thing to say. But
have they not watched the channel? I've told everybody for weeks how
do you know what I think was really
challenged you are.
You stopped growing vertically as a man at the age of 21, so I've given up hope now. What I was really surprised at, Adam, was Nathan Hemmingham, the wonderful journalist and writer. First thing he said to me was, "Oh, I thought you'd be taller." I would say he's a good 5 inches shorter than me. Where's that come from?
Wow, he must be small.
Anyway, he's a great guy. Let's go through the team. So we've got 4 at the back: Gorgeous George Baldock, Reece Norrington Davis, Jackie Longthrow, and John Egan. Thoughts?
Yeah, works. Happy with it. The only possible change
Jackie Longthrow?
You could have brought Chris Basham in, but you're looking...
Lapata?
I think potentially, but I think it's a statement from Slavisa. Jack made a mistake for the first goal at the weekend. It's more of a case of, look, it's not one mistake and you're out. So he brings something to the team. I would have myself gone with Chris Basham, but I've no qualms with that back four.
So the game is on Red Button. If you are just joining us on Sky Sports Football, we are just going through the team as we speak. Then in the midfield, Oliver Norwood and Fleck. Then it's Morgan Gibbs-White, sort of on the right, the law firm Gibbs-White. Then on the left, Luke Freezy-Freeman in for Ben Osborne, who has fallen ill. We hope he's okay. And Undai. Are we going to go with that pronunciation, Adam, for the whole game and the rest of the time? I actually have been speaking with him on Instagram, Iliman, and he's been getting back to me. And the final question I asked him was, how do you say your name? And he did send me a video of how to say his name. And I'll be honest, I still haven't got a clue.
In that case, Undai will do.
Undai will certainly do. And up front, who else? That man, William Sharp of Dore. How excited are you to see him flourishing in the way that he is in the twilight of his career?
Billy Sharp scores goals. We've always said that. We know that. No disrespect to Billy, but had we stayed in the league above, he probably would have been looking for a move to the Championship. He's a solid Championship striker. He's proved that. Scored goals already. Set 3 up. 3 assists in one game.
Oh, I know.
Tremendous.
Incredible.
Tremendous. What fantasy league teams dream of, the 3 assists in a game?
I mean, how many players in the Championship, Adam, have scored hat-tricks and also set up 3 goals, in their career? It's just rare, is what it is.
Very rare.
Let's look at the Preston North End team. Is the one I predicted on the match preview. Do watch those, by the way, because they're the thing we do that gets the least views. Iverson in goal, Story, Bauer and Hughes in a back 3. Then it's Van der Berg, who's on loan from Liverpool, and Earl as your wing-backs. Ben Whiteman and Ledson in the middle. Captain Johnson, and up front Maguire and Reece Jacobson, who I've just called Reece on the bottom because we ran out of characters. Adam, Ben Whiteman, are you excited to see him return to beautiful downtown Bramall Lane?
Yeah, I am. He was a youngster. I'd like to just to kept hold of him at the time. They went, did well at Doncaster and moved into Championship, and another product of the academy, doing well elsewhere. So always good luck to these lads who've learned their trade. And if they're not going to make it at Bramall Lane, they make it elsewhere. It's good to see them doing well. Yet another one off the production line.
So you've predicted that 𝐼𝐚𝐸𝐿 will be involved at some point today and having a crucial part. Okay.
Yes.
The other news is that 𝐍𝐸𝐽𝐸𝐸, we are understanding, will be back within a week. So that is encouraging. We were hoping for that. And we also saw against Preston the Blades on the attack throughout, really. I don't actually know how we conceded 2. That's still bizarre. And if you aren't a regular viewer of the channel, you won't know. But something we like to do for good luck is to share an image of me as a baby at kickoff. And there I am. So we should be just about ready. We've had all the predictions come through in the chat. We know whereabouts people are. Nick has set me the unenviable task of raising funds during this. So if you want to be in the super chat, I would be absolutely incredible. Do help us support the channel. If you want to get in the super chat, we will talk about what you've said and put it up on screen. Adam is thankfully going to be with me throughout the course of the game. The way it works is it's a watch along. So we're going to watch it. You have it on at the same time wherever you are. And if we are ahead, you can pause us. You can pause us on YouTube. You can pause us on Facebook. You can pause us on Twitch, which we're also on as well. And you can get level. Same as if we're ahead, you pause your TV. So you can just do it so that it matches up. You only need to sync it once, and then we'll be all good to go. We are watching this on Sky Sports Football's red button because we are in the UK, but I know there'll be people watching elsewhere. If you are watching in the States, we will be ahead. So pause us, get level. I'll give regular time checks. We won't have a clock on screen because we don't know how to do it. And once we've given those regular time checks, get level with us once. You're good for the whole game. It'll be your biased Blades commentary, but we welcome Preston North End fans in the chat as well. Adam, let's do some quick player connections for players that played for both. I'll do one, you do one. How's that?
Oh, you put me on the spot, Hal. You put me on the spot. Ben Whiteman. I'm going first.
All right. Okay, you can have Ben Whiteman. I'll have another one that currently plays for P&E. Chedwin Evans.
Callum Robinson.
Very good. I'll give you your friend and mine, Richard Creswell.
Good. Mark Rankin.
I will accept it. The agent who keeps stealing all our players. When we played Millwall away, they listed him as Mark Rontin. Right, we're just about to kick off, so I will run through the rest really quickly, Adam, and save you having to use your brain. Paul Gallagher, Chris Lachetti, Calamity Claude Davis, Ian Jock Bryson. Now, Ian Bryson is going to be a special guest on the Sheffield United Way coming soon. If you are a fan of Ian Jock Bryson, do follow us at Sheffield United Way and submit questions you'd like us to ask of him. We're going to be speaking to him very soon. Ben Davis, of course.
Absolutely.
Who have I forgotten?
Who have you forgotten?
Alan Kelly.
Ned. Yeah, Alan Kelly.
How could we forget?
Hero.
So,
Absolute hero.
Hero, that giant killing, which sounds strange to say now, against Coventry City. He will always be remembered for that. So there we go. Rob Kozluk as well. We have kicked off. We are off and underway. If you are just joining us, this is your kickoff. Look at that. I'm all over it. It's like I know what I'm doing. Who needs Bobby in the background? Thank you very much, each and every one of you that is watching now. We are live at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane at the game. We are not. Adam and I are back at our home. It's 15 seconds in. So there we are. First time check underway. And Adam, already we're seeing United on the front foot.
Yeah, zipping it around a bit. Few passes in early, looking to get forward. Just conceded a free kick there. Bit of a rash challenge early on. But yeah, it's a decent start. I think that fast-paced play is what we're looking for.
It is, and we're bang on 40 seconds now, so hopefully you are level with us. As I say, you can pause us, you can pause your telly, get level, and once we're level, we're level. Preston North then have a free kick in their own half, which they're going to play out onto this left-hand side. That's where the attacks are going to come from for Preston North End. Daniel Johnson, that captain, always impresses, doesn't he, against the Blades, Adam?
Does look good every time I've seen him play. Looks a good player.
I think he came through the Villa youth system. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone knows that. But yeah, I think he did. Here's Preston actually on their first meaningful attack, but they've given the ball away. And it is... Oh, and Dye takes a very strong challenge. He's got those kind of Pierre van Hooijdonk legs that terrify me every time a challenge like that comes in. But it was a really strong tackle. That, for me, could easily have been, and I think it is, Adam, because we're so early on in the game, but it could have been a yellow card.
I think it should be a yellow card. Was it Jeff Eltringham in charge today, isn't it?
Yeah, who last took charge of us when we played Stoke away in 2019, that celebration game. And Michael Brown, oh Lord, has said, Hal is Nick at the game? Yes, he is. But you've got Adam, who is the stats man, who knows all. And he's put his Twitter handle on screen so that you can get more followers. What do you like?
Every time I come on, Hal.
Every time. Do give him a follow, because he puts, when he can be bothered, he's not in Lanzarote or Bali, he puts incredible stats up. Give me an example of a stat that you put up. I loved that one that you shared with me last week.
So the starting 11 against Peterborough, only 3 players wearing a shirt 1 to 11, which is the lowest for 7 seasons.
That's my kind of stat.
Yeah.
Right, early on, Chef Paul has spotted it, and you're absolutely spot on. 𝐼𝐚𝐻𝐿 they clearly watched the game against Peterborough, and they've targeted him, and they're putting him under. Now, the thing is that Preston do is they do press. Preston press. So already I can see that we're not going to get a lot of time on the ball, but Billy does brilliantly to chest that down to Luke Freeman. He's going to go actually onto the right-hand side despite being left-footed, and I think the Preston players know that he's left-footed, so they forced him onto his right, and he did have to go back to Gorgeous George. He's actually staying out wide right, Freeman, so he could probably cut inside if he does get another chance. Instead, he's just going to lay it back, keep that possession. Oliver Norwood starting to use his ping and play it out to Reece Norrington-Davis, who for me, Adam, has looked very comfortable. He
has. I think he benefited from 2 loan spells out in the Championship last season, and definitely with Ender missing, it'd be hard for Ender to get back in.
Yeah, it really will. But here's Luke Freeman on the left. Speaking of left-sided players, Ender Stevens, will he get back in the side when he's recovered fully from injury? Only time will tell. We've got 29 first-team players in to be honest, a squad that's too big. It reminds me of the Bassett Kendall era. Here's a chance now for Van den Berg to get that ball forward to Preston. They're looking dangerous. They are going to try and hit the blades on the break. Adam, talk to me about that.
Yeah, they looked to hit on the break, but they just dilly-dallied a bit. There's a chance to put the striker through, but Ollie Norwood got back and got his foot in.
He absolutely did. Well surmised, and it looks like a free kick there just in the Blade's own half. Billy Sharp winning that, and the referee absolutely no nonsense early on. Van den Berg, the Liverpool loanee, he's one of the stars, as is Earl. It's those 2 fullbacks for PNE that we're going to really have to keep an eye on, as well as number 11. Do watch out for Daniel Johnson. He's their captain. He's the man that makes them tick. Not quite a talisman. That would be someone like Tom Barkhausen, but he's not involved today. Up front, it's Maguire and 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐿. I'll be honest with you, I know very little about 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐸. We'll find out more today. Hopefully nothing positive.
What do you think to Norwood in this role, Hal? Sat a bit deeper. You think it suits Ollie Norwood more?
It's what he did for Slav when he was at Fulham, and of course that's a Fulham side that won promotion. So, in Slav we trust. The Slavolution has begun. It's technically begun 3 times, but it's begun again after Saturday.
Absolutely.
What do you think of them playing there?
No, I like it. I think it complements the team well. He can sit and do what Ollie Norwood, 5-10 yard passes and then the occasional ping out wide. That's what we look for from Ollie Norwood.
And there's a misplaced pass, and now gives Preston an opportunity to get a shot away, but they've been pushed back, and Van den Berg, number 2, that right wing back, will find their main man, Daniel Johnson, who does make them tick. And at the moment, Preston having far more of the ball. We're on 5:08 if you're trying to keep level with us. Sheffield United 0, Preston 0. That ball played into the top. Oh, it's a great chance to fire it across the box, but absolutely no one there. And that was the first meaningful break into the box in this first half. We are still at 0-0, 5 minutes 25, and Robin Olsen will get his first touch of the ball, and it will be a goal kick. Were you nervous then?
No, I wasn't. Looked comfortable. It went out wide, but the ball needed to come in. He wasn't going to score from that angle, and the 2 centre-backs were set up nicely, so I wasn't too concerned about that. And Robin Olsen, he's not going to concede. He's got like those party gloves. Those party gloves? Like when you get those big blow-up hands that you get given. Look at the size of those hands. Look at the size of those gloves.
They're like trowels, absolutely. He's got if he's got fingers anywhere half as long as Michael 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐻, just imagine. I mean, you have to have special gloves. Look
at those gloves.
They are enormous, actually.
He wouldn't have had room for anything else in his suitcase packing them gloves.
He's got here very quickly from quarantine. I mean, I don't know how fit he is. I don't know in terms of if he's even been able to train since he last played against Greece for Sweden. By the way, we did put a clip at Sheffield United Way on social media of a save he made. against Greece that was out of this world. If you are not as excited as I am by Robin Olsen, you should be. We've got a video on all about him, but there's a flick on. Really good link-up play from 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼 trying to find Billy Sharp. It was read well at the back by Bauer, and here's Luke Freeman on that left-hand side. Digs out a great cross. It's a brilliant cross. Chance here. The beating! Goal!
Get in.
The Blades are a goal up. 1-0. Oh, the 7th minute. That's all it took. United playing superb football. Luke Freeman on that left-hand side. Adam, I have to say that was absolutely incredible football. We've been missing that. Freeman, a player that you know I'm a huge fan of. Just break it down for me.
Yeah, Freeman. And that's what we want. An early ball into the box. No messing about with it. Turn it around, get it in, and get the end result. You know, it ricocheted out nicely and brilliantly tucked home.
All right, we're going to bring you this. Allez, allez, allez. 1-0, the Blades up against Preston North End. It's been a while since we've actually been able to say that we're a goal up, especially doing these watch-alongs, Adam. It's felt like we've been just reporting on defeat after defeat.
I think that's my first goal in a watch-along, isn't it?
I feel like it is. So we're giving that to Morgan Gibbs-White is it the 7th or 8th minute?
7th.
I'd say 7th. Morgan Gibbs-White, amazing. I absolutely adored that Morgan Gibbs-White goal. Just superb play. The build-up as well from 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼, just initially, winning that flick onto Sharp, just to show that he can do that. We've already seen 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼 can track back. Now we know he can win headers as well. He's literally the complete player, and he's come in from the cold. I'm amazed that no one else snapped him up when he was playing at Boreham Wood. Absolutely amazed, but we've got him. He's ours. We love him. This is going to sound like a weird sentence, but I've been in touch with his dad this week, who also seems like a really great chap. So I wish him and the whole family well. So just really, really exciting. The thing is, Adam, what you got to do with these young players is you talk to them before they get really big and try and get them on the channel. That's what we're working on. Working on with a few youth players as well. It's the Blades on the attack again. I'm loving seeing this. We've got a throw in.
This is scary. This is scary.
Different.
This is now seventh goal in 97 minutes of football, matching the 7 goals in the whole of 2021 in the league.
Oh, here's a chance for a second. Oh, it's the ball crossed into the front of the face of the goal, and there was a header there that's just gone wide of that right-hand post, and Iverson giving his Preston defenders the 3rd degree, the number 12 there. What a chance. And Billy Sharp with his head in his hands, and quite right too, because that was an opportunity before we even reached the 10th minute to make it 2-0.
Should score.
Absolutely should score. I've also got a feeling, I don't know how, I've just pressed the red button, that you are 1 second ahead of me.
I'm 9:47.
Yeah, you are. You're exactly 1 second ahead of me. I had a feeling because of when the goal went in. There we go. And a chance for Preston on this left-hand side. Brilliant ushering there from John Egan, and it will be a corner. So a corner on the left. I've got to say, this is just encouraging signs. 𝐍𝐨𝐫𝐝𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼, we know, was a slow starter at every club in England that he's managed, but when he gets his teams going, as we saw when they came to beautiful downtown Bramall Lane with that 5-4, goalie games, the goaliest of games, when Slav gets his system working. So that corner played in, and it's headed away comfortably for another corner. Really good from Jackie Long throw there, and referee has said that is a corner now on the right-hand side. And Ollie Norwood tries to kick the ball back to Preston and swing and a miss.
Has Jackie Longthrow apologised to you yet? Does he still not want to say a few words? No.
For those that don't know, I met Jackie Longthrow outside Luton. I asked him if he would do a little video for Sheffield United Way, and he said, "Sorry lads, I'm a bit busy." And then I panicked and said, "Big fan," and he walked away. I don't blame him. Beardy weirdo like me comes up to you. Fair play.
Oh, that's commanding from Olsen.
Bit of head tennis there from Preston North End, and Robin Olsen came out and collected that, taking bodies with him. Verips might well want to watch that. That is how you do it.
Absolutely.
What about a song for Morgan Gibbs-White? Are you thinking 2 Unlimited could work? Morgan Gibbs-White. Does that do it for you?
That's average.
Well, Nick
I'm
came
gonna
up with
be-
it.
It's very good. I think it's an
There we
excellent
go.
song.
There we go. Now you know it's not mine. We're giving him the nickname Morgan Gibbs White of the law firm, which comes from the red half of Sheffield and Chad, who came up with
That's a shocking
that one.
challenge. That is a shocker.
Absolute shocker. Now here, referee's got a big decision to make. Adam, is this a
He's
red
gotta
card
go.
for you?
He's got to go. He has got to go.
Just explain what happened there for all those that missed it.
So he's dived in, feet are off the ground. It's sort of one of those 1 foot off the ground, 1 foot on sliding, and he's just taken out Ollie Norwood.
Norwood seems to be okay. He might have a limp on him after that. That could have been a red. I think for me, it's probably an orange. If we should, and I do think we should bring that card in, but I think it's going to be a yellow. Referee is taking his time to think about this.
He is, and he's going to go. Well, I don't know. Has he booked him?
He's
must have.
done a
He
lot
must
there,
have.
Jeff Eltringham. If he has done a booking, he didn't display it in a sort of flamboyant manner, but he has taken his card out and put it back in his pocket. So I say that's a yellow card. Was that Daniel Johnson who got the booking?
It was Daniel Johnson. I don't know if he got booked or not, but it was definitely Daniel Johnson with the challenge. But I like this. This is old school. This is like being at a game. So this is the next best thing because you're watching the game live. There's no VAR. That's gone. That's last season's rubbish. And there's no replays. So it's like you're at the game.
Ball played in from Preston on that left-hand side, straight across the face of goal. They've done that twice. This time just going to roll out for a throw-in. Ben, travelling Blade, up the unwell Blades. Is that you, buddy? I hope you are not unwell. And if you are, speedy recovery, my friend. I got to meet travelling Blade at Luton, and it was a pleasure. It's someone I wanted to meet for a long, long time. Been watching him over many, many years. So, hope you're all right, pal. Who needs Ronaldo when you've got Morgan Gibbs White? I could not agree more. Far more excited about that debut than for some reason people were calling Ronaldo's match against Newcastle his debut. You can't have a second debut.
You can't.
Can't have a second debut. PCR pending. I really hope you haven't got the cocoa, buddy. That would absolutely suck. Thoughts with you, mate. I've had to do several of those myself. Always pretty unpleasant. My wife had it, and for some reason, if I did get it, I was asymptomatic because I was absolutely fine. So, really, really hope you don't have that. Michael Brown, my lord, the problem going forward is that the better that Morgan Gibbs White does for the Blades, Wolves can recall him. Yeah, they can in January. They can recall him in January. So we want Wolves to do really well. They need to become our second team, so they don't need him. And we hopefully just keep reporting on Twitter that he's having terrible games and block the Quest highlights in Wolverhampton.
It's been awful, hasn't it? Terrible.
Awful, dreadful player. Wolves, if you're watching, please. Luke Freeman lays it back on this left-hand side to the new, no longer Jimmy, John Fleck. Ollie Norwood looks fine after that challenge. He's running freely and he'll play it to gorgeous George Baldock, who's sometimes furious George. And that's a good bit of skill from Morgan Gibbs White. He is fouled there, Adam. What do you think?
He is. Yeah, I thought it was foul.
Yep, referee's not giving it though. Very disappointing, and that's going to be a throw-in right down on that far right-hand side, about a couple of yards away from the corner flag to PNE. Ref completely, our buddy Jeff, completely disinterested. He did make a howler of a decision actually at Stoke in that away game that I seem to recall, but anyway, which would have benefited the Blades. But that's water very much under the Eltringham Bridge.
My viewing's just disturbed. We've got a Daddy Longlegs decided to fly. That's why I was distracted. It's like, you can fly where you want around the house, but please not on the screen. There's a football match I'm watching here. Come on.
Yeah. Good luck. I'm trying to communicate with arachnids. You witnessed it as a first on YouTube, but it's happening. Thanks to all of you in the stream. If you haven't yet hit like, please do. If everyone who watches hits like, that affects the algorithm, and more people will be able to see the stream. We haven't had a single super chat. Nick sent me the rather ambitious target. He said, if you could try and raise some funds for the channel, because at the moment we're operating at a loss, that would be great. He sent me the rather ambitious title of getting £100 from tonight's stream. So far, 0. So if you'd like to be in the super chat and help us out with our running costs, you would be amazing. And I'd be forever grateful. It's a goal kick, or is it was he offside actually there? Offside, Preston offside. So, Adam did morph into country file for a moment there. It's like, sometimes with Adam, it's like an episode of Wind in the Willows.
Again, trying that early ball. I'm liking that early ball. I think it's good to try and get it out wide.
Oh, brilliant play from Luke Freeman, who wins that back. And here's 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐷𝐼 looking again to Freeman. Played it him in a bit of trouble there, Adam. Wouldn't you say? I don't think Freeman wanted that ball back from 𝐻𝐷𝐼 there.
No, he didn't. Should have gone out wide with it, but keep trying. He's allowed the odd. He's allowed the odd mistake. But there we go.
Ben, you might be right. So if you want to help us out as a super chat member, that would be fantastic. I'll keep saying it until we get at least one chance on this left-hand side to bring the ball beyond halfway for Sheffield United. It really, by the way, is not pleasant weather. Beautiful downtown Bramall Lane makes the ball zip on that pitch. That's a wonderful football. John Fleck lays it back to Undying. Got to say, though, from a Preston side of things, really good from Ben Whiteman, who got in there and won that ball back. He looks like a very good player, Ben Whiteman. I don't know where he develops, but he's someone you'd obviously want to have kept hold of. Here's Luke Freeman on the left. Can he whip another ball in like he did for that Morgan Gibbs-White opener on 7 minutes? It's blocked on this occasion. I actually thought that might have come off Freeman when it came back, and it did. The referee agrees with you and I, Adam, which is quite rare. Has the game finished?
I don't think so.
I'm going to say no. We're on 17:34.
Yeah, I'd say there's not quite half time. When I went to school, I think there's 73 minutes left by my calculation.
Quick maths. Got to love it. One thing Adam is good at, and I'm not, is maths. And I'm also dyslexic. English, not a strong suit. So, luckily, I've got my looks. Right, ball at the back. Don't have to laugh at that bit, Adam. Ball at the back for Preston, chance for them to play it out. And we did say early on that they would try and attack down the left. That's been the case. It's also been the case for Sheffield United. And that's a great ball over the top. It's Daniel Johnson. He's got past. He's taken it round Olsen. And that is one apiece on 18 minutes. The man who we said always has a good game against the Blades. It is Daniel Johnson, the captain. And I have to say, Adam, that has come from absolutely nowhere.
That was just a long ball straight down the middle. Where was Olsen going?
Olsen was walkabout,
He was to the left-hand side of his box, and Johnson just then literally cuts inside, and he's got an empty net to put the ball into.
Well, sometimes it's a good idea for keepers to be off their line. Sam Johnstone at West Bromwich Albion played a very high sweeper keeper role against us, and it worked to perfection. Keepers in Europe tend to play further off. I did my review of Olsen on the channel, and I said he wasn't a sweeper keeper. He's much more of a keeper that likes to stay back. That's from what I'd seen on videos and examples of him with Roma, Copenhagen, and Everton. We saw the opposite there. And Adam, you were a keeper of some repute, I might add. Do you think that is an Olsen error?
It looked that way. He was either waiting for the ball to come on and look to play that sweeper roll and clear it, but he was, I'm not exaggerating, he was 10 yards to the left of his goal. He was nearer the side of the penalty area than he was the 6-yard box. I don't understand that. Unless he was waiting for a flag that didn't appear.
That could be the case as well. I mean, it's weird that we're on Red Button, you're not getting replays. I'd have liked a replay of that. I'm not convinced that was Olsen's fault at all, but I do bow to Adam's greater knowledge of keepers. Now, here's the chance for the Blades, who have been, possession-wise, as we expect this season under Slav, we are going to have more possession. They have been the dominant side, and here's a chance for Reece Norrington-Davis, who you'd have thought will whip it in. He does. It's a great ball in. Oh, and a chance at the far post. Was he being held?
Billy wants a penalty, doesn't he?
Billy Sharp is appealing. He got a foot round it. It's gone high, wide, and not very handsome. He's taken a look at Jeff Eltringham, the County Durham official. Adam, he's not given it, but did you think that was the case?
No. I didn't think it was as it came in, but Billy seemed adamant that it was. But I didn't think it was a foul. It wasn't one I was out of my seat, get my words in, shouting penalty.
Michael Brown, I miss Sheffield United away watch-alongs. Now, we're going to be doing one for the whole game. We're going to be doing the Middlesbrough game. That'll be Nick and I back for those. That's not because Adam isn't amazing and a wonderful stats man. It's just because Nick will not be going to the games. So, it's largely his channel. So I kind of have to bow to him when he wants to do that. But Adam's insight is absolutely invaluable, and I welcome it. And the fact that he was able to do this, Adam, I know you're here, but I'm just going to say it. And the fact that you were able to do this at such short notice, I was incredibly grateful. So thank you.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
And here's the Blades trying to break into that box with Reece Norrington-Davis. Oh, it's a ball crossed in. It's headed down. Here's a chance for Luke Freeman. Oh, he could have had a shot there. Instead, plays it straight to a Preston man. Gets a really good ricochet play from Morgan Gibbs-White to win that one back. It's pulled back into the box. Get that shot on the edge. And it's a decent effort, a rasper, a riser. 21-24. We watched that one fly over the bar. Iverson claps for some reason. Is it Iverson or Everson, the Preston keeper?
I'd say Everson. But
I'd say Everson. All right, we'll go with Everson. We've got our first super chat. Junior, you are amazing. It's little, it's in Brazilian real, but it's from the heart. Let's go, Sheffield United fans since 2004 and forever. Up the Blades. I think I have a new favourite human. That's just the most lovely message. Junior, you are brilliant. I have no idea what the conversion of that is. I'm going to assume it's £150 and I've met my remit.
no, I'd say let's go with £10. We need £90 more. Come on, Hal.
Yeah, super
don't
chats.
say you've hit your target early.
Please, super chats do help us out. It's all to fund Bobby's college fund, as they probably say in the States. The football, Chris, you make a good point, is entertaining again. Adam, you were saying that earlier.
Yeah, it is entertaining. It's good to see. I mean, it's 1-1. I mean, I was with you for the first game against Birmingham, and let's be honest, it was dreadful. But the international break has worked for Slav. I think he's had 2 weeks to get things his way. He's tried things the first 2 or 3, sort of the first 2 or 3 games, gone with what has worked for the Blades before. He recognised it wasn't working, but then 2 weeks, put his stamp on it, and it was a 6-2 win. And this is now more of a 𝐍𝐸𝐚𝐽𝐽 team.
I agree with that. Olsen there, forcing that ball out. It's going to be a corner bang on 23 for Preston North End on this left-hand side. I think what we've seen in this game is an example of some of the earlier games. A lot of Blades possession, but I'm still a bit nervous that they could hit us, the opposition, on the break. We looked very, very confident and comfortable early, but now Preston getting a chance to try and get a second goal. It's not a bad delivery, but a great bit of defending. Thing is, this is a much more stubborn defence, a harder defence to break down than we saw against Peterborough. That's actually Preston's strong suit, is their defence. They do struggle to score goals, as witnessed in their previous game, 0-0 against Bristol City, which, according to all reports, was not one for the neutral. And here's that very impressive Daniel Johnson. He's the kind of player that I know plays well against us, and if we signed him, it'd be crap.
Probably so, but should he be on the field, Hal?
No, he shouldn't have been on the field, but he is, and he got the goal, and he's brilliantly kept that in, and I think he was just offside on that one, because if he wasn't, it'd be a penalty. When you haven't got the sound on, you don't hear the whistle. But Jackie Longthrow will take that, which was clearly given for an offside, as it was just caught by the hand of Rhys Norrington-Davies, obviously because he heard what we can't hear, a whistle. So here we are, 1-1, 24-17. If you want to try and get level with us, I will actually at halftime reset and try and get that 1 second back, Adam, that you've somehow stolen from me.
It's because you're down south, Hal.
It's the southern 1 second delay.
Time difference.
The time difference down south. Yeah, it's not quite the size of America, but that's a poor pass going forward for Preston North End from Rhys Jakobsen. It's well won back by the Blades, but that ball looking for 𝐍𝐸𝐚𝐽𝐽𝐝 is overcooked, and Iverson will comfortably claim that one as we approach the 26th minute. I've got to say, it is at the moment a tough watch from what we saw at the start, because now that ball is being played long. It's being thumped. It's not being carefully caressed and played like it was before. We've seen Preston thump it long. We've seen the Blades thump it long. Now Preston try and get a foothold and actually do some nice, neat interchange and some passing, which was begun by Maguire, always a dangerous striker, and that ball's going to be laid out to the Liverpool loanee of Van den Berg. And Van den Berg is a right wing back. Him and Earl are going to make things happen, as does this man, the goal scorer Johnson, who could have been sent off for a very agricultural challenge on Oliver Norwood. That's brilliant play from Ben Whiteman, but then 𝐍𝐸𝐚𝐽𝐽𝐝 says, anything you can do, I can do better, but then loses out to a good challenge, and it's a chance to get forward. Story was the one who won that back, and then that flick on. Will it be kept in? Well done, Baldock. 𝐍𝐸𝐴𝐽𝐽𝐝 tries to do a bit of skill. That wasn't the place for skill. Could have lost it in a key area, but somehow it's collected by United, and Ollie Norwood will look to consider that ping, but instead plays it short. And here's a chance to break forward. Rhys Norrington-Davies, who does like to get forward and stay forward, but now he's got a natural winger in Luke Freeman on the left, who looks back. I think the options were forward there, Adam, but he checked back to Ollie Norwood.
Yeah, and that's where early in the game we were putting the early balls in, and we're now just taking a bit of time, it's like we just resetting, ready to have another go, just just having 5 minutes, having a bit of possession, taking the sting out after Preston have definitely come into the game since the goal. And
yeah, they really have.
But this is better. This is much better.
Oh, Norrington Davis, I think it was telegraphed exactly what he was going to do. He tried to put that cross in on that left-hand side. It was blocked by Vandenberg, and it will be a throw-in. Rhys Norrington Davis, does he have a Jackie Long throw? No, he doesn't. So why didn't he take it? I have no idea. That was in a position where a long throw would definitely have been warranted. And it's a weak cross, which is brilliantly controlled by the law firm, but somehow the Preston lads managed to scramble that back into the defence, and it's all a bit messy, all a bit sticky there on this greasy surface. They can't get the clearance they wanted, and it's cleared out on 27, bang on, for a throw-in to United on this left-hand side, about 10 yards out from the corner flag. Rhys Norrington Davis will get that cross in, delivered to the far post. It's high, it's looping, it's not looking for anyone in a red and white shirt, and it's Josh Earl who'll get it clear on this left-hand side. We mentioned how Preston are going to attack down the left, but they're also, Adam, playing long balls.
They are, and I think they've seen that from the goal that they've scored, seen it as an opportunity, trying to get in behind us. We're quite high defensively, and I think they've seen that as an opportunity to try and capitalise on. They're playing a decent game, Preston. After they weren't overawed after the start we had. If the biggest word in football, but if Billy had made it 2-0, they'd been looking at a very, very different game.
You're right, they weren't overawed. The heads didn't drop after we scored, and they could have thought this team put 6 past Peterborough, they could be on the charge again. But here's a team that are on the charge now. Preston North End with that Liverpool loanee, Vandenberg. He decides instead to check back when I think going forward is the option. Ben Whiteman will play a lovely, cultured, looped ball out. And here's a chance for Preston to try and build something. And it's very similar to that slow pattern of play that we saw from Sheffield United. And again, they go for that slightly long ball. Vandenberg seeing so much of this ball as well on the right. Here's Ben Whiteman. Daniel Johnson, I don't think has given a ball away once today, apart from when he was offside. The other time, tucked it into a bizarrely open net. And here is Ben Whiteman, 20 yards out of goal. Chance maybe for a long-range sighter. Instead, it's a ball played forward. Oh, I think it was Maguire who was on the stretch. Possibly offside. He didn't connect either way. And a grateful Robin Olsen will have a goal kick or an offside. It was, yeah, you called it, Adam.
What do you think of this Preston kit, Hal?
It's disgusting, isn't it?
It's awful.
Yeah, it's absolutely vile. They've had kits like this before. If you aren't watching the game, it is green and yellow, which is 2 colour combinations I like, but not the way that Preston have done it. I mean, I like it on a Green Bay Packers kit, but not so much this. Oh, and Ollie Norwood trying to get some back on Daniel Johnson, but completely missed him. And here's a chance for Preston to make it 2. It's Maguire who gets his shot blocked by Jackie Long throw, and that'll be yet another Preston North End corner. By my maths, that's 4. Adam, am I right for Preston?
4, maybe even 5. But it's good defending by Jack Robinson there, particularly after his effort at the weekend. So it was a good challenge. Can't fault him for that.
Jackie Long throw with the good challenge. Yeah, 4, maybe 5. It's that kind of razor-sharp insight that you get on the Sheffield United way for how many corners there have been. We're on 29-42. It's played to the far post. It's a really good corner as well. Ollie Norwood, take note. And they are appealing for another corner, and they're going to get it. I actually thought, on initial viewing, and we're not going to get replays, that Bauer was the man who headed that. But
yeah, I thought it was a goal kick.
I thought it was. Jeff Eltringham. He disagreed, and unfortunately, he's the man who has the whistle that we can't hear. Help us get to 15K as well. Do like and subscribe to the channel. It's played short on this occasion to Ben Whiteman. Then it's going to come back out, and then Ben Whiteman again. Can he get across? And he sides against it. The cross comes in on this left-hand side, headed, looped forward. And Jackie Longthrow will decide to deal with that fairly convincingly as it happens. And Luke Freezy-Freeman...
Afterburners on. Go.
Let's see. It's the pace of the law firm, Morgan Gibbs White. Oh, he decided to check back. Adam, do you think he should have knocked it and run?
Yes. Put the afterburners on. He should have gone past him and gone, but he's ended up putting it out for a Preston throw in himself.
Yeah, it was actually the worst thing he possibly could have done there.
Yeah.
So that's a shame. It was the wrong option. He picked the right option every time against Peterborough. There were so many times I saw Morgan Gibbs White get that ball and you think, what's he going to do? He's got 2 men around him. And he found a way out of a bottleneck. On that occasion, just wasn't quite able to do it. And a bit of head tennis. And John Fleck will play it back to gorgeous George Baldock, who plays it high to Bauer, who heads it like a 50-pence piece. And it'll go out for a Blades throw on this right-hand side. And we've got one super chat on the board. We need at least 10 more. So if you want to try and support the channel, please do get involved with the super chat. It would be very, very grateful if you could do that. We've also got, rolling along at the bottom, how you can support the channel by buying something from Manscaped. Why not? If you've got someone in your life that needs a gift, a birthday coming up, and that could be a good gift for a bloke in your life, particularly a hairy gentleman. Now, here's that ball sprayed across the face, and it's a chance if he can get a touch on it, Freeman, but Iverson will come out and calmly collect, and he thought about chucking it to Vandenberg, but again, decides against it. Adam, doing a lot of mouse clicking there. What's going on?
Yeah, I was just trying to see if the yellow card. Just having a look, and it looks like 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐵𝐿 was booked, but Daniel Johnson wasn't booked.
So we think it was 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐵𝐿 who made that challenge on Ollie Norwood.
It's looking that way, but that's.
They don't even look slightly alike, Adam. How did you get that one wrong?
No. Well, I thought it was Daniel Johnson. So
well, this is a case of Bobby Ford and 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐵𝐿 at Grimsby away when the wrong one got sent off.
Yeah, I mean, this is from the same source that had Jackie Longthrow up front on Saturday and Billy Sharp playing centre back. But there we go. Yes,
I saw that as well.
Did make me laugh. That's information.
That did the rounds where I was sat on John Street, or as my dad calls it, Adam,
South Stand.
No? He actually calls it the St. John Street.
Oh, St. John Street. That's not the South Stand, that's the other side. What am I talking
about?
Yeah,
you just got that all wrong, because you're the one who corrected him on that. You were like, it's not the ambulance service. Yeah. But if you remember, clearly not.
Is he there? Was he watching?
He's in sunny Spain, and he will be following in his own unique way. I think that's the most legal way of me putting it. I won't say any more. All I'll say is, if you go to nordvpn.com/TSUW, you can get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free. And you'll be supporting the channel at the same time. We need those super chats. Now, here's a chance for Morgan Gibbs-White to maybe get something going on this right-hand side. Not playing as wide as he was in the Posh game. But now he's finally found himself on that right-hand side, and it's a back heel, which Ben Whiteman read all the way, and he'll clear long. And then it's headed by John Egan out for a throw. The game's lost something, Adam, hasn't it, after those first exciting few minutes?
It has. It's slowed down, and it was kind of, we're not wanting Preston to get a second, and it's like we're biding our time. Maybe a repeat of Saturday, 5 goals in a half of football for the Blades.
Yeah, if we go in at 1-1 every game and come out second half like we did against Posh, I'll be quite happy. Also, looking at this attendance, more or less than last time we played Preston, I'll remind you that was 23,857.
It's going to be below 23, I think.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's 22 and a half.
Interesting. By the way, we've got an audio.
I can't see the South Stand, so I don't know how many people are sat in there. But
you don't know which one is the South Stand. What are you talking about? You haven't got a clue which one the South Stand is.
The South Stand, the Labour Stand, whatever you want to call it. Many names. It'll always be the South Stand to me.
It'll always be the Labour Stand to me. We've got an audio podcast. Adam, have you subscribed to the audio podcast?
Yes.
Good man. It's called Sheffield United Way, wherever you get your podcasts from. Spotify, Acast, Apple, Pocket Cast. We're even on Amazon Alexa. You can say, Alexa, play Sheffield United Way, and it probably won't work. But you could try it. Do subscribe. It's interviews with former players. We've got some exclusives on just the audio podcast. For example, there is an in-depth look at 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐵𝐿 on that podcast, which you can only get on there. Everything you need to know about the Algerian. I did a video today, Adam, for Algerian TV, which I expect they told me will be viewed by roughly 250,000 people.
Wow.
Here we go. We're getting those super chats in. 79p, which might be the equivalent of what we had before. I have absolutely no idea what 10 Brazilian reals equals, but thank you very much. Bladey Pierce.
Blade.
I think there's an I in there, mate.
Yeah, Blade. Has an I in it. In the spelling of the name. You've not seen that before?
No, but I'll take your word for it. That and goalkeepers making errors, I bow to your greater knowledge. So the name Blade has an I in it.
I've seen it spelt with an I in it before, yes.
Okay, Blade Pierce, let us know with another super chat if that is true. Also, what's going on with the Billy Sharp scores goals sign? It's been taken down from the cop, Adam. Have you seen this?
I have. I've read many things. Some to say it's to improve the look of the ground. That's the first thing I read. Controversial. Some because it hasn't got the necessary fireproof certificate, a health and safety issue.
Yeah.
Again, controversial because it's been there for well over a season. But yeah, disappointing. Good
Here's
save,
another chance for Preston. Speaking of disappointment, if that had gone in, but Robin Olsen getting low on his right-hand side. He is a keeper that is very good at getting down low quickly, especially for someone who is 6'5". Mikhail says, Hal, where do you reckon Leeds will finish this season? I don't care at all, but as you've asked the question, I will say relegation. Right, here's a chance for Ndai breaking into the box, but the pass just eluded him as he was looking for his captain, your friend and mine, William Sharp of Door. Not quite as lucky as I think he could have been there. If that ball had just maybe taken a ricochet, it was, if anything, too good a pass. And here's an opportunity for Preston on this left-hand side. Oh, a chance to get into the box. And George Baldock has really done quite well there. That could have been a foul, surely, on Baldock, but instead it's going to roll out.
Yeah, that was a good piece of defending by Baldock. Stood up, didn't go to ground, kept the man, shepherded him out, won the goal kick. Textbook defending.
Really good ushering out on that left-hand side. We're on 37-37. It is 1 apiece at the moment in this game between Sheffield United and Preston North End. As we approach half-time, I've already said we'll take it staying like this. We need to regroup, regather with the ball on this left-hand side. Now a chance to come forward, and Freeman doesn't do particularly well there against Vandenberg. You can see why Liverpool have signed him. The low knee, he tackled Freeman really well, and Preston had a chance to break, but it's broken up, and the Blades will win it back with Jackie Longthrow looking for 𝐿𝐼𝐼𝐼 Ndai on the left. He's cut inside. He's tried to find Billy. It's 2 occasions where Ndai has played the ball to Billy and it hasn't quite flowed as freely as he'd have wanted to, and Preston can get it clear up to halfway. That was a chance, Adam. That's 2 now for Ndai, where he wasn't able to find Sharp. What's going on?
He's trying to find Billy Sharp. It's just that understanding that they're building on. You know, if he gets that to Billy Sharp on his right foot, Billy's hitting that first time, and there's a good chance it's 2-1 Sheffield United. But he didn't quite find the pass. But it's encouraging. The last 2 or 3 minutes, they've looked a little bit more lively. They're trying to get one, trying to get in front just before half-time. I think they've weathered the Preston storm. I don't want to speak too soon.
Don't say that.
But this is great from Freeman, though. That's superb.
It is.
That's a great
turn. So Freeman had Ben Whiteman all over him like a cheap suit, and he did really well. He still got him all over him like a cheap suit, and it's surely a foul. Ben Whiteman pulling Freeman back. We're just over halfway into Preston's half now, about 10 yards over the halfway line. It was good play from Ndai as well to win that ball back. He gave it to Luke Freezy Freeman, who did superbly to win that free kick. For some reason, the Blades, with men in the box, decided to go all the way back to Jackie Longthrow, and now it's a chance in the middle with Morgan Gibbs-White, who, as we say, isn't a winger, so he does keep coming deep into the middle, and the pass that's really poor there, and it will roll straight through to Iverson. Who was that? Was that Gibbs-White?
It was. Tried to put through Billy. Billy was just on his heels. I think Billy wasn't wanting the ball at that point. It needed to go back out wide and try and build. But yeah, it's a bit frustrating with these free kicks. They seem reluctant to sort of whiz one in the box to see what happens. It's play it back, play it around a bit, and look to find that killer pass. But how can you argue with the team that scored 6 at the weekend?
Completely agree. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to Blade and Junior, who've been the 2 that have supported us so far in the Super Chat. If you would like to help us with our channel running costs, that would be fantastic. And do pop some cash in the Super Chat. It just goes into paying for things like StreamYard, which we're using at the moment. Now, here's a chance on this right-hand side for Preston. Can they get that ball into the box? They decide to go all the way back to their own halfway. And here's Ben Whiteman, looking to thread that ball through. And John Egan in the box, read it well, and will clear all the way up to his skipper. It was a great clearance, actually, from John Egan. And Billy Sharp will find Ollie Norwood, who was fouled, but the referee says carry on. And 𝐿𝐼𝐼𝐼 Ndai just takes 1 touch too many. And he actually wins a throw, but not looking quite as quick on the ball, Ndai, as he was against Peterborough. I think he might just need half-time to come. I don't want to take him off because he's a magician. He can do something like that.
Working on his upper body strength, though, isn't he? Trying to hold people off, which is pleased to see. It's what a lot of the young people miss, is the upper body strength and the actual brute strength of holding off.
I think that's what we need to see with Daniel Jebison. I think he'll get that. at Burton Albion. Good loan move for him. Here's a ball played out onto the left-hand side. It is 𝐼𝐸 into the box. Oh, nice interchange with 𝐿𝐴𝐚𝐺𝐸𝐿. Those two cut from the same cloth. And here's Ollie Norwood. Plays that ball out. Chance for the second. It's Luke Freeman. Adam, how close was he?
Not close enough. He should have done a lot better. I mean, that's gone a couple of yards over, in fairness, in the end. But he's got to, as a minimum, hit the target from there, 12 yards out, running onto it. And that
he's on the penalty spot. So for those that didn't see it, he's on the penalty spot, but he does everything wrong. Leaning back. That's what you're told, and you tell children not to do. Leaning back, and he ended up putting it, quite rightly, as Adam said, 2 yards over the bar. If he hits that down any way, shape, or form, it is at least going to test Iversen.
I think on target, a yard either side of the goalkeeper, it's 2-1 Sheffield United.
But it's great build-up play. Really, really good play from 𝐿𝐴𝐚𝐺𝐸𝐿 and 𝐸𝐸. Those two, it looked like they've been playing together all their lives, and they haven't. And actually, 𝐿𝐴𝐚𝐺𝐸𝐿 has been playing with Brewster before for the England setup. And it might be interesting to see what those two can get going together. I mean, I don't say drop Billy Sharp. He's undroppable. But, you know, if we want to sub him at some point, because he did play a full 90 against Peterborough. I won't expect him to play a full 90 here. Get Brewster a chance to link up with 𝐿𝐴𝐚𝐺𝐸𝐿.
Why not?
Why not? Let's see if they can do it, because we need something to make Brewster play professional football. Here is Rhys Norrington-Davies trying to take on Vandenberg, but Vandenberg is a really good defender. I think this kid's got a future. Yes. He read that superbly. And I want Brewster to hugely succeed. He's a fan of the channel, Rhian Brewster, and actually was on our fan cams. If you haven't seen that yet, do subscribe to Sheffield United Way on YouTube and watch fan cams. Rhian Brewster features, and gives us a shout out. Nicholas says, Hal, read your texts. I don't think you've got my phone number, so it's probably weird and unlikely. But if you do, I'll check at half time. I don't know a Nicholas Griffin. Worried now. Right, here's a chance of Preston trying to get something going with Daniel Johnson. It's a foot race, which he's not going to win. Rhys Norrington-Davies, the Welshman, will. He keeps looking for Billy Sharp. They're all looking for Billy Sharp today. I feel a little bit sorry for him, Adam. Sometimes he's isolated on his own, and he's not the tall striker that wins the flick on. He's not, and I think that's why they're trying to play this short game, dropping the free kicks back and trying to build from the back and whip it across, and then anything, 1 to 7 yards out, Billy is lethal. Absolutely. Oh, a chance here with a missed header from Jackie Longthrow, but recovered well, and the Blades will manage to clear. We're on 43-58 if you want to get level with us. Daniel Johnson seeing so much of the ball for Preston North End. He's the captain. He's the danger man. He's wearing number 11 if you want to try and spot which one he is. And Bauer will play that ball onto the left-hand side. Josh Earl, always an option. And Maguire will lay it back to him. They do look like a team that can keep the ball, Preston, keep it quite neatly. We're 1-1. We're approaching half-time. Adam, how many minutes added on in this one? Couple. And Joshua's asked you a question. Who's had the best of the first half? I think it's been pretty level. Not wanting to sit on the fence, but I think it's been, I think it's been a level first half. I think Blades started well. Preston came back into it, and then there's been not a lot in it, but that chance we've missed the big chances. So Sharp and Freeman have missed the two big chances, whereas Preston, they got the goal, and Olsen had one save down to his right, which you'd expect him to make, but still a decent save, and flashed the ball across on a couple of occasions, but there's been no real big chances for Preston other than the goal, where Johnson had, there was a nice open net for him to put it into, wasn't there? I now know what the check your text thing is. It's Joe Wainman of Just Joe TV. I don't know if you can read that, but I said, can you read that, Adam? I hope you didn't say we was going down, lad. Yeah, I mean, grammatically, it's not correct. But I think the message, now I understand what you're all on about. The message is clear. So I said I thought Leeds might go down. I can't stress this enough. I don't care. But I did just say that to be a bit inflammatory. I haven't given it a second's thought. I haven't even watched any of the Premier League this season. I don't even know their results. I'm just Blades. Adam, have you been following Leeds? Do you know what's been going on? They've got 2 points from 4 games, but I work, as I told you, I work in Leeds, Hal. So I've reminded the Leeds fans that second season syndrome is absolutely on the way. But I'll never predict them to go down. I'm not that harsh.
I'll just laugh when it happens.
Yeah. I mean, if they stay up, it's good. If they go down, it's. I have no. I'm not invested in any way, shape, or form. So Leeds fans, I will say, Leeds fans have been very supportive of me. That's one thing I will say. On social media, for some reason, they're just very kind to me. They always back me up. They've been good. A lot of Leeds fans have bought my book as well. So yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should spend more time caring about Leeds. The book, by the way.
You got a book, Hal?
There we go. We're on 46-36. We haven't had the minutes in. If we have, we missed them. Ball played into the box. Chance for Sheffield United to try and get a 2-1 before the break. But it's foul there by Oliver Norwood on Josh Earl. And referee's actually going to book him for that. That was a ball he had to go for, Adam. Just left a foot hanging. It's a yellow card.
I think it's a yellow. And it's a lazy challenge. He's put his foot up. He's gone in. And it's kind of the defender's kicked him, hasn't he? He's kind of kicked Ollie Norwood's boot, but I can't grumble with the yellow card for that. Really?
Well, that was Earl. Yeah. My name is Josh Earl. You remember the TV programme. And it's going to be a free kick for Everson. Really don't know. I know as much about this Preston goalkeeper as I've thought about Leeds United's season.
Not a lot then.
I'm going to now start. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I like Marcelo. I like Bielsa. I think he's brilliant. I like his little bucket. But I don't have a great fondness, of course, for Leeds doing well, because you grow up as a Blade not necessarily wanting your rivals to do well. So
the one thing I will say about Leeds, and because this is not the Leeds United way, so we won't talk about them too much, but driving into work in Guiseley where I work, and all the sort of the phone boxes, and they've got murals of Bielsa on the wall, and the old Leeds are we stuff, and as a city, they've really embraced Leeds United. As much as it pains me to say it, it's quite impressive how everybody in Leeds loves Leeds.
We have reached the half-time break. It is half-time. Adam, if you wish to take yourself away to record Fans React.
Oh, yes, I've got the first half on Fans React, haven't I?
I thought I'd just remind you of that. So do check out Adam on Fans React. It'll be out tomorrow on the Sheffield United way, 7 p.m. I
shall be back for the second half. See you soon.
I look forward to it. Thank you very much to Statsman Adam for joining us for that first half. Thanks to all the Leeds fans. Thanks to each and every one of you. If you have bought my book, if you haven't yet, I've got 5 copies left. It's also available on Amazon. Loads of copies there. It's called All Hollow. Wrote it with my buddy Sim. That's why his name's bigger, is because he transcribed it into the book. We wrote the story together, and then he put it into the book. So the story is exactly 50-50. It's based on the time when I lived in Gibraltar. If you want to support me, you can get a signed copy from me. Just go on Twitter @HalTheBlade and send me a DM, and I will send you a signed copy. It's £9.99, and all the money goes to me. By the way, if you are just joining us, we're at half-time. Sheffield United Preston is 1 apiece. Morgan Gibbs-White on 7 minutes, Daniel Johnson later. So I'll get you the exact time of that goal, which was, some are saying a Robin Olsen error. I need to see it again. I think it was about 19 minutes that Johnson got that one. So that's the halftime score. Thanks to each and every one of you that has joined in. The thing I really want to say, and I can't stress this enough, there are so many options now for watching on YouTube, online, on TV. The ones that have chosen to stick with us, who's been doing this forever, I can't thank you enough. You are like the legacy viewers, and it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Really appreciate it. Now, we've also got our sponsors today, which are Manscaped. I want to give a massive shout out to Manscaped. If you want to get maybe something for a loved one, a hairy bloke in your life, then it could be the absolute treat. They do so much. I have had mishaps in the past. You don't want, fellas, to be using scissors, all right, down there. All right, no. Come along now. Let's get serious. Let's instead thank Manscaped and get the Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped. It's here, it's now, and it's wow. The package is class from top to bottom to take your grooming game to the very next level. Inside, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. Not the 3.0 anymore, the 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker. That's for your ear and nose hair. No one likes ear and nose hair. Your partner will thank you if you get rid of that stuff. It's done. formulations, and 2 free gifts. First off, the new Performance Package 4.0 includes the new Lawnmower 4.0. The trimmer is a masterclass and gives you a clinical trim on your downstairs arena. The off-season brought our team changes. We know that. Signings came in. We even saw Messi transferred in the big news. Well, this season, I'm with Team Manscaped, thanks to the Lawnmower 4.0. Their new technology has upgraded my midfield and makes sure everything is not messy anymore. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents, thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. Their Lawnmower 4.0 has 7,000 RPM motor, but it's completely safe. A new multifunction on-off switch can engage a travel lock and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight, that's right, on and off if you need a bit more precision in the dark. And did I mention it's waterproof, so you can do this in the shower as well. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker to chop your worst weeds up, as I said earlier, from your nose and your ears. I think I read somewhere that like 78% of first dates are put off by a hairy nose and hairy ears. Well, this will sort that out in seconds. Then you can forget Manscaped if you think, I want to be hairy. Oh, I want to be disgusting. No one wants that. Manscaped has liquid formulations. It's also got their crop preserver, the ball deodorant, a crop reviver, which is a ball toner. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0. The Manscaped boxers, yes, I'm wearing them now, very comfortable, and the Shed travel bag. So you can literally take all of this with you when you're going on holiday. Your boys will be singing for joy wearing the boxers, and you will smell absolutely incredible. Now, if you want to actually get this, maybe for yourself or for someone in your life, get 20% off and free shipping, I know, with the code TSUW. You can see it below, TSUW, that's for the Sheffield United way. Go to manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code TSUW at manscaped.com. Incredible, the 4.0. I really cannot explain enough how good this is. It is 1-1 at halftime. I want you to pop in the comments some players that have played for both. All right, some players that have played for both Preston and Sheffield United. How many can you think of? We know Ben Whiteman. We know Ben Davis because they are current players involved. Who else? Ched Evans. He's injured, by the way, if you are just joining and wondering why Ched Evans isn't involved today. Would have been good to see Ched. Well, so maybe good is the wrong word. Interesting to see Ched back at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. Thank you very much, Leeds Veg. Do give us some veg or vegan recipe ideas today. £5 English, possibly the most we've been given because the other money we were given was in Brazilian real, and I have absolutely no idea how much that is. Nick, who runs this channel, set me a rather ambitious challenge of raising £100. He initially said 150, but he sent me another one because I told him how it's going. So we're currently on around about £5. That's really kind of you. Also, Chris Luchetti played for both. Absolutely, Phil Yates. Callum Robinson, says Ben. Whatever happened to him? Let's never do a swap deal. Richard Creswell, I shall give you. Paul Gallagher, you might remember, who Sheffield United had on loan. Alan Kelly Jr., of course, the greatest goalkeeper in my experience. And in fact, if you're interested in knowing who my favourite Sheffield United players are, we have a new audio podcast, Sheffield United Way, wherever you get your podcasts. And one of the episodes on there, which is a unique and special episode, is with Den Blades David, the editor of Den Blades Fanzine. I'll just show you the fanzine. Go to denblades.co.uk to get that. That's all about Chris Wilder. We did a special favourite Blades 11 with Den Blades David, and Alan Kelly is my goalkeeper in that. Steve York says, Alex Notman, did he play for Preston? I remember him playing for Norwich, Manchester United, and of course the Blades. He was really good on Championship Manager. Did Ollie McBurney play for Preston? I know that Rob Kozluk did. Yes, Rob Kozluk did. One of the biggest mistakes, swapping Callum Robinson for Ollie Burke. I mean, you know what, Ben, we could say, we could maybe remain hopeful. Time will tell. I mean, at the moment, time has told. But there's part of me, because I feel like I'm the Burke whisperer. You give me a week and a camera crew, because it'll make a great YouTube video, with Ollie Burke, and I'll work my positive thinking magic. My glass is always half full. I will transform that kid, all right? He will be a different player. He will be a different player. 79p Brazilian Real to pound is 11p. Thank you, Brandon. We actually got 10, didn't we? 79p was from Blade. That was in English pounds. 10 is £1.38. It's the thought that counts. So thank you very much, Justice, for that. Now, here we go. Here we're talking. Drendon, 4.49, just another 90 to go. You're helping me through the abysmal Sky coverage. I haven't heard any of it, of course. I mean, you're saying that. We've got Adam. It really must be bad. Up the blades. Drendon, you're a ledge. Thank you for that. Bernie was at Barnsley. Yes, we are doing Preston players. Claude, Calamity Claude, who, if you check out the Christian Narde interview that we did, said that Claude Davis brought a sword to training to try and kill one of his teammates. It's an incredible interview with Christian Narde. One thing I can tell you about that Christian Narde interview that we did, he told us some stuff that we had to cut out because we'd have been, well, he might have been sued. Incredible stories that I will have to now take to my grave. But some stuff that went off in his career, not necessarily at Sheffield United, just some stuff was wow. Michael Tung, Andy Myers, absolutely spot on. Did play for the Blades and Preston. Mark, yes. Richard Creswell, who gave me an award when I was with York City, and I told him, whatever you do, don't sign for Sheffield Wednesday because I hate them. And he signed for Sheffield Wednesday 2 weeks later. We had Chris Lacetti, Paul Gallagher, Ian Jock Bryson. Ian Bryson is going to be a guest on the Sheffield United Way very soon. One of my favourite players when I was growing up, Ian Bryson, the Scot. Just a fabulous player, a scorer of great goals. There was a DVD, well, video actually, of course, because I'm old, which was Sheffield United's greatest goals, and Ian Bryson's all over it. And the commentator says, he doesn't score many, but when he does, they tend to be spectacular. Which isn't true, because he actually scored quite a few. I mean, his midfield goal return was actually really good. So, yeah, but they were crackers, so that bit was true. So, yeah, if you've ever got a question you've ever wanted to pose to Ian Bryson, get in touch on the Sheffield United Way social media, and we will ask him. So please do get in touch with us at Sheffield United Way. Any questions you've got for Ian Bryson, and we will pose them to him. That's the details there for social media. I am on my own today in terms of like doing all these graphics and stuff. So if they look crap, that's why. Also, Adam's going to rejoin us second half. We'll do our very best to try and keep you updated. And Kev, yes, you know what the thing with Betamax, right? It was better than VHS. It was better. And I'm not just saying that to be controversial. It was better. I don't know how VHS won the war of what we were going to use, but it was better. I mean, it's just kids. If you're watching now and you don't know how like cassette and video was, totally different. You wanted to find your favorite song on a cassette, you had to fast forward or rewind. You couldn't just pick the song like you can on Spotify. Different times. One man who knows all about that is the mouse clicking, stat knowing, blurry camera'd Adam Wilson. Adam, I need to swig some water. Please do some talking.
So decent first half for the Blades, I thought. Overall, 1-1. I've just done my fans react view of the first half, and I came off the fence and decided the Blades fractionally edged it. But I'm not going to give too much away because you need to tune in tomorrow night to watch that. I've also given my prediction of how this game will end at the end of my video, and I'll also ask Nick to cut that out if it goes horribly wrong. Again, please tune in. I think for the second half, the Blades pretty much keep it as it is. Billy Sharp's starting to tire. So I would think maybe bring him off sort of 15 minutes, 20 minutes into the second half, have a change up front. Let's see what Ryan Brewster can do. I did call before the game that Ollie McBurney, he was going to come on and score. It's not going to be 2-0. So but I'm still sticking with Ollie McBurney to come on and get a goal. The Blades looking to freshen it up. This coverage has just come back on Sky. Players just sort of kicking it around. There does look to be more...
I was going to say the attendance looks more than you predicted. Yeah. I think that's 25 if it's a day.
I don't think it's 25 because I've just seen that there's not many in the Preston end. I've just seen a couple of pictures at half time. It's very sparse in the Preston end. So I think when you've got a following of 2,000 or 3,000.
That's one for you. No. Your favourite player.
I'm moving on. I cannot comment.
You don't know, neither do I. Was Marlon King at Preston? Your friend and mine, Google, is going to answer this one for me.
I can't put that into Google. I cannot utter those words into Google.
Why did we need to bring him up? He didn't even play for them. No. By the way, Nick has asked me how we're doing and if I've reached £100 yet.
We've got 10 Brazilian, whatever.
Yeah, we worked that out. That's £1.78p. We worked that out at half time.
Oh, okay. plus 79 pence for Blade. We're getting there.
Thank you, Andy Myers. Preston have come to frustrate and close down avenues for attack, and they're doing a decent job. So Sheffield United need to find a way around that, I feel. Andy, that is the most sensible sentence anyone has said on this channel so far. That is the best halftime analysis we've ever done. So I don't know if you're a Blade or a Preston fan, but that is good stuff. I literally could not agree with that more. So thank you for sharing that. We do need more super chats, because otherwise Nick is going to be cross. We're available on Twitch, kids. So if you want to watch us on that one, maybe not for this game, but we're doing the whole game for a watch-along. We've got the Middlesbrough game for a watch-along. We've got Millwall for the watch-along as well. Other games I'll be going to. Also, Adam, big news. I'm taking my eldest nephew, Theo, to his very first game, the Stoke game Duck, on the, I think it's 16th of October at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane.
That would be very nice. Will it be converted?
This is the key. I mean, he's now pretty much a Man United fan through and through. I had him as a Blade from the age of 0 to 5. And then Sheffield United's season in the Premier League put him off. And all his mates support Man United. And he got his granddad bought him not my dad. His granddad bought him a Man United shirt with Cavani on the back. And he's just got into Man United because they're winning. And he's 6. And I get it.
He needs a Blade shirt with Burke on the back, who scored the winner at Old Trafford for Sheffield United.
Yeah, I mean, I'm possibly the biggest Blade in the universe, and I wouldn't get a Blade shirt with Burke on the back.
No.
That's the end of half-time. I don't normally use that little graphic there. I don't know why I did. We need one that says second half. Bobby, if you're watching, please. I know he's not. Right, I think I've just gone through my checklist. Have I mentioned the podcast? Do please subscribe to Sheffield United Way podcast. We have kicked off. We are now back underway. No replays, really frustrating on Sky, which has meant that it's a little bit difficult. I have had some messages that I checked at half-time, Adam, from people who are at Bramall Lane, and they are criticising Olsen for that goal. So they're in agreement with you that it was very much his fault, the equaliser scored by Johnson on 19, I think it was.
Yeah. Well, I had a message from my dad at half-time. Nice and succinct from my dad. Great goalkeeping. That's how he summed it up, which is 2 words from my dad, which is one more than I normally get from him on a text message. So,
yeah, absolutely. Now, we are at 45-42. 45-42. If you are just joining us now, 45-45. So if you want to get level with us, you can pause us, you can pause your TV, get synced once, you're sorted for the rest of the game. Preston have come out of the traps, all guns blazing, but not able to keep it in. Oh, Adam, be still my beating heart.
Lyndon, you absolute legend.
That is incredible. That's going to make the next message to Nick far easier. Lyndon is also one of our members. So Lyndon already pays a monthly subscription to support the channel and has gone over the top by giving us £20. Lyndon, you're one of the good ones. All right. It's the rest of these freeloaders that I've got a problem with, not you. All right. You're already supporting the channel. It's the freeloaders who come here in their hundreds. I'd rather it was the thousands, and don't give us a penny. But there's the members listed on the bottom. If you want to be a member, a superstar and a hero and part of my undying love, then please do click join and you can find out the options there. There is bronze, silver or gold. And yeah, Lyndon couldn't agree more. Steve, he or she, I think Lyndon's a man's name, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. Thank you, Adam.
Reassuring.
Reassuring delay. Yeah, it's 2021. I don't want to get these things wrong.
I think you've lost another couple of seconds on me, Hal, and I'm just trying to pause the red button so we're level on time.
Don't worry.
Which is a little.
I've got an idea.
It doesn't seem to want to pause. It doesn't seem to want to pause on the red button, which is.
I'm going to do it again. Don't you worry. You talk. I'm just re-saying.
That's fine. Blades have played it back. George Baldock in midfield. Ollie Norwood. It's all backward play again. John Egan's. Oh, where's he going here? That's all right. I was getting concerned then that it seemed to be going further back and back. But no, they've kept possession nicely. Now it's the chance to really go forward. So it needs a bit of width. We're trying to slowly get it out wide. This is much
Don't
better.
we all? By the way, I'm on 47.54. Tell me I'm level with you now.
You're a second ahead, you swine.
Unbelievable, Jeff. Right, never mind. I'd rather be a second ahead of you than a second behind. I get the FOMO, the spoilers, and all that. By the way, when I said that people that don't join as members of Freeloaders, I was obviously joking. This channel is free. It will always be free. We just love the fact that you join us and you support us by watching us. That's all. Don't worry. You never need to give us a penny. But if you do, it doesn't go into our pockets to spend on money. Well, I should buy Bitcoin. We literally just throw it back in. We just throw it back in. It goes to things like, for example, the audio podcast. That costs us quite a lot each month just to host it. So, it's all our own money. Right, ball played forward by Preston. Oh, Robin Olsen comes out. On the video I did, Adam, I said he's a keeper that never punches. Well, he's punch clear. Don't listen to me. 48-47 as 𝐿𝐼𝐚𝐷𝐼. If he'd got a chance to play that ball across, Adam, we'd have been in.
He would. We would have been in. It's great. Robin also made a save a good second. This is going to frustrate me now that you're a second ahead. So I might have to come out and go back in.
Come out and go back in.
I know how you feel in the first half now.
Yeah, it's annoying. Oh, ball played across the face for Oliver Norwood, but it's intercepted and a chance for Preston to break, and that's really good play. Gosh, that was brilliant from Josh Earl. That guy looks like a player. Sign him up. He's better than Max Lowe. And it's played out on the right-hand side here for Preston with Daniel Johnson breaking into the box, as is Maguire. Oh, and it's a great bit of defending from Jackie Long throw. Maguire tried everything to get that ball through. He's found Ben Whiteman. Ben Whiteman just keeps things simple. He just plays the ball across the face, and Robin Olsen will come out and calmly collect. We're on 49-37. Adam, very much considering reloading, I can tell. To spend it on money. Logan, I've been talking for 1 hour 41. I'm amazed I haven't made more mistakes, to be fair. Poor by Norwood. I have to agree. He was slightly caught on his heels there. The ball to him, though, was a bit of a hospital pass in many respects. And Marcelo says, go Sheffield United. I love that. From Brazil. Yesterday, I was talking to a Sheffield United fan from Argentina, who was a massive Alejandro Sabella supporter. We had a lovely conversation. Now here's Norwood playing that ball forward. Is he offside? Sir William of Sharp, I think he was. We're on 50-17, and he was offside. That's going to be a kick to Everson, the Preston keeper. If anyone knows how to say his name, write it phonetically, please, in the chat. That'll be very good. Adam, have you reloaded yet? I gave you plenty of time there.
I have.
And?
I'm a further 2 seconds behind, so that backfired.
You
put all the balls going through, it's going to get into it. I'm like, there's the ball going through.
It used to be like this with BT Sport. Red button, also a nightmare. Mark, you brilliant, no freeloader here. I should call people freeloaders. I said to Nick, can I call the ones that don't support us financially freeloaders? He said, no, for God's sake, don't say that. Mark Stevenson, £5 English. Yeah, it is 5. No freeloader here. Love it, Mark. That's amazing. We're getting closer, Adam. We're getting closer.
We are.
You're behind the SUTV stream. Nightmare. Here's a chance for the Blades. It's a ball that's flicked by the defender's leg. It's got that little deflection, that little nick. And speaking of little Nick, Nick is out the game, and it's saved by Everson. And that's brilliant from Jordan Richardson. £1.79. Good luck, Hal. I'm going to need that luck if we don't raise the funds that we need to try and go to the Football Content Awards. We really, really want to win, by the way. We are in 4 categories. If we do win, we're bringing it home for Sheffield United. We'll let you know. The award ceremony final is on the 14th of October. We've all booked the day off. Myself, Nick, and Bobby in the background, and we'll see if we can go. Right, here's a chance for Preston on this right-hand side to get that ball across the face of goal. And again, they blazed it when a chance to drill in a lower cross, Adam, would probably be in the order of the day.
Yeah, it needed to be lower from a Preston perspective there, but out for us, works for us. Gives us a chance to sort of build from the back and see where we go now.
Steve York, £1 English. Thank you very much. Murky cup of tea. Has anyone's Sky gone down? I'm sorry to hear that. No, ours hasn't. Russ, not impressed in my comments. Reference Leeds. Sorry. So we are at 1-1. It's 52-20. Ball played into the box. Chance for Preston to try and keep things going here with Daniel Johnson. You just get the feeling he's not going to give the ball away. But he does. Oh, brilliant. I love it when that works in our favour. It's normally against us. But it was 𝐿𝐼𝐚𝐷𝐼 who won it back. He's come over halfway. He's got such pace. He's got such skill. And he's found Freeman on this left-hand side. Can he beat
Vandenberg, he'll probably say, was one of the toughest defenders he's faced this season because he's already ushered him and pushed him back, and he has to check back. And it goes all the way onto the side. It's been switched to gorgeous George Baldock. And a chance now for the Blades on this right-hand side. Slightly delaying getting that ball in, and it might just cost them as Billy Sharp will take a turn, get that cross in, and it's headed over. And no chance, really, of ever looking like that was going to go in. Iliman and Dye did well, very brave, get the head on it, but it goes over the bar.
Good build-up, though. Patient. Freeman keeping hold of the ball well. Didn't have the first choice that he wanted to get past him and get the ball in, so checked back, found George Baldock and spread, looked for the ball in, and, it was a decent ball in by Billy, but it's going to be tough to produce anything from there for Ndai.
Jeff, how do I get on the live stream? You need to message us. So we don't just let anyone in, obviously. We do tests. You message us on Twitter. We do a test. We see what your internet's like. We see what your microphone's like, your headphones, all that sort of stuff. And see if, you know stuff about football. So message us on Twitter at Sheffield United Way, and we can have a chat. Drop us a DM. If you're not on Twitter, sign up. It's free. I'm not even sponsored to say that. Here's Ndai, 53-59 as we try and get that ball worked in. And it does come in, but it comes in and it's beaten away by Bauer. Beaten away, not with his hands, that would have been a penalty, but with his head. He chose the right option.
It's been a decent start to the second half. Just need to now find that final product and test the goalkeeper. It's just, if we get in front, I'll go out there and say, if we get in front, we go on to win this game. But likewise, if we go behind, can we get back into it? Because Preston look very well organised. And I fear if they do go 2-1 up, that could be very frustrating last half hour for the Blades tonight.
What's the story with Ozzy? He has got a mystery illness, Mark. We're not sure, but he's unwell. So it's not an injury. He is ill. Never like to hear that. And I wish him nothing but the best because I am an Osborne stan. Here is Fleck playing it out onto the left. We're on 54-54. And Freeman loses out to Johnson, who's just done so well today. And that's a free kick, surely, by that foul there on Maguire. And it's going to be a free kick to Preston, deep in their own half. And at the moment, Adam, you feel like there might be a change needed on the hour mark. Who would you bring on?
I'd bring Brewster on for Billy. And I said McBurney would score. But I would bring Brewster on for Billy, would be my change. See how that goes for 10, 15 minutes. And then McBurney, if we need some hustle and bustle up front for the last quarter of an hour, if we haven't managed to get in front by that point.
Ollie McBurney, pal. By the way, if you think when we do that Ollie McChicken thing that we're insulting Ollie McBurney or calling him a chicken, we're not. It was when we did something on the stream where we tried to name a group of chickens that had been adopted by a family of Blades. They wanted names for their chickens, and they love Ollie McBurney, so we decided Ollie McChicken and 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐵𝐸𝐻 would be the two best names for the chickens. So it's actually a term of endearment. Nothing insulting at all.
Of course, Connor, and you'll criticise the pronunciation, but Connor Hurrihan, he can come on. Yeah,
you're right. I did criticise.
Yeah, maybe on for Norwood. See how that goes.
Yeah. To answer your question, Logan, Moose is a week away. He's going to be back training on the grass in a week.
Or Sander Berge, of course, is sub.
Yes, Sander Berge is on the bench. Let us know in the comments, in the chat, what you would do, what changes you would make. And this has made me smile. Tell Nick not to get another parking ticket. Did he actually get a parking ticket? Have I missed something? £25. Chef Paul, always so supportive, Chef Paul, always in the comments. I really appreciate that. And here's a chance for Preston to try and work something. And it's overhit. And Robin Olsen will come out and cool and calmly collect. We're not having a dig at Robin Olsen with that mistake for the first goal. He's had, a day to train with his teammates? But he didn't cover himself in glory. I think that's all I'll say.
So if he's only had a day, Hal, would you have played him?
No, and I said this on the match preview. For me, it was blatant that you stick with. You don't change a winning team. He's made a poor clearance there. He's kicked it straight to Ben Whiteman, and here's a chance for Whiteman to get a shot away. Instead, he plays it to Maguire. Oh, it's the shot, but was he fouled?
No.
Referee says no. That was a mess from Olsen there with his kicking. What was going on?
It was an awful kick out, but it was well defended. It was no chance of a penalty.
No chance. But yeah, I was very surprised that 𝐍𝐸𝐽𝐽𝐻𝐶 was dropped. because of what he's done so far.
𝐷. League One 𝐷.
League One West. Are we crazy?
League One 𝐷. Are we crazy?
But we've gone with Olsen instead. Ball played in for Preston from that throw-in. You've missed nothing. And then that flicked header on. It's still messing about at the back for the Blades. Can they get it clear? No. It's a poor clearance from John Fleck, and Preston will try and work that ball into the box, but it's a brilliant bit of defending there from Ollie Norwood. Just read that pass so well, but it's just ricocheting back, and the Blades can't get that ball under control. As Bryn gives us £1. Thank you so much. And here's a chance for Preston. Oh, it's a great interception from Jackie Long throw. If that hadn't been made, I say they're in there. I say that would have been 2-1. Fantastic play from Jack Robinson. He deserves his proper name. Big fan.
His chance to get forward. It's just missing that zip getting forward. It's just that last ball in the final third. It's just that last ball. It's just not finding the men up top. It's frustrating.
Yeah, it really is. And this is frustration as Preston get that ball in possession on their own half. Now they're into ours and they've got past us. This is a chance to get that ball into the box. They are into the box. On that right-hand side, shot comes low. Oh, if he'd hit that on target, we're talking 2-1. We're on 58-59. And that was an incisive break from Preston North End. Wow, they're starting to come into this game. Wow.
They are.
I've got nerves.
We need a change. We do need a change now.
We do need a change. Please explain where the League One 𝐷 clips come from. Paolo Di Canio, when he was manager of Swindon, insulted 𝐷 when he had a very poor half. He was substituted, changed the keeper after he was playing badly, and said in a post-match interview, 𝐷, League One 𝐷. Are we crazy? I don't really know what he said or why he said it, but he did. And so that's where it came from. Just Paolo Di Canio. Honestly, just being a bit mean, to be fair. If we're being honest, I think 𝐷 would look back at his performance against Peterborough and say possibly could have done better for the first goal, but the rest of the game he was outstanding. And his double save as well was incredible, like really, really top draw goalkeeping. No, I wouldn't have brought Olsen into this game, Adam, to answer your question. Just purely, he is a better keeper. He's probably going to be possibly the best keeper Sheffield United will have ever had, apart from maybe Hodgkinson and Kelly. In terms of his natural ability, I think he's that good. But no, I wouldn't have thrown him in on a Tuesday night after he's been unable to get to know his teammates' names.
Fair enough. I wonder why we're all standing about here, but it looks like I think Daniel Johnson's down. I think that's the reason why at the other end of the field.
Well, if there's one player, I don't want to see any player get injured, obviously, but if there's one player I'd like Preston to substitute, it is Captain Daniel Johnson, who always puts in a shift against Sheffield United. He scored against Sheffield United. In our preview, we highlighted him as the danger man. I say we. And I don't like being proven right when it's stuff like that. So, if he's hobbling, get him off, get him in the bath.
Well, who's your favourite player? I'll say favourite. Which player has always played really well and you've thought, wow, I wish he'd play for us against the Blades?
Robert Snodgrass.
Okay.
What about you?
𝐸𝐴N 𝐽𝐺𝐶TUMA. He's the only player I've given. It's the only player I've applauded off the pitch twice at Bramall Lane when playing for the opposition. He's ran the show. Every time I see his name on the team sheet, and other people think I'm crazy when I'm.
No, he's very skillful.
He's
very
one of these players
gifted.
who has always had a cracking game whenever I've seen him play.
Walsall, Gillingham, Bolton, that player.
That's the one.
Yeah. Good.
Peterborough.
All right. I'll give you his whole. I'm not Wikipedia. Did Reece Norrington-Davis playing well? Yes. Here's a chance for the Blades on that left-hand side. It's Iliman Ndiaye gets the ball through the legs, little nutmegs, but it's not beating the second man. It's quite rare to see Sheffield United player that can beat the first man. That's a ball played in that's really poor and actually going to be shepherded out, and Ollie Norwood can't get on the end of that. I thought that was the wrong option there. But United just need a change. This is now the time. I said the hour mark was the time. Surely during that injury, that was the time you could have got a player on with proper instructions. It was players down there for probably 2 minutes. And not done. Surprised me, Adam.
No, I'd have made a change at that point. Although my TV's just done a weird sort of freeze. I wonder what happened. And I'm now at 62-30.
Well, Sander Berge is going to replace Luke Freeman. That's what we know. Sander Berge is going to replace, I think it's Freeman. Sander on. That's going to be the change. So you're well ahead now, are you?
Well, I'm 62-48.
Yep, you're well ahead. I don't know what to do because if people have got level with me,
Exactly.
It would feel unfair to change it. So yeah, do let me know in the comments if you'd like that done. If you want me to get level with Adam, otherwise I'll stay where I am on 63 bang on, 63 bang on, and I've not touched it, officer.
This would be interesting because I don't want to give. I'll try not to give anything away. Or is it worth me coming out to see if I can just drop behind a few seconds?
I'm going to wait to see what they say in the comments. But yeah, Sander Berge on. That's why I've realised now why I didn't see that happening because I'm so far behind. Right, so I'm going to go with Adam because that's what the comments say. So I didn't touch the screen. How has he leapt forward? I've no idea. Just before I do,
I have no idea.
Adam, take over commentary duties.
Yeah,
so everyone can get level. Give us a time check.
Sky Sports Football is ahead of Sky Sports main event, so you can get them on both red buttons. But Sky Sports Football is actually a few seconds ahead, I've been told. So I don't know if that's a difference between the HD or not. We shall see. But George Baldock's got the ball now, just playing it back. The Blades just biding the time, just playing it across the back line. Jackie long throw, nice little pirouette on it there.
Give me a time check, Adam, so everyone can get level.
64-15.
64-15. You heard it from the man. 64-15. I hate these red buttons. When they're not on a red button, you get one time check and everyone stays the same. And then
that's a foul. That's a free kick to the Blades. It's in a promising position. Looking at just shy of 30 yards out from the goal, I'd say here. Maybe just inside that. Ollie Norwood looks keen. He wants the ball.
So you're on 64-35.
64-42.
It's going to be a long night, isn't it?
It is. Oh, it's good to see a lot of people wanting to take this free kick. It looks like 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍's won the argument, although John Flex also stood over it. I would say that this is exactly 29 yards out if Jeff Altringham's put his white line 1 yard outside of the penalty area. So it's at 19 plus 10, some quick maths there. But John Flex looking really interested in taking this free kick, although 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍 is also there with purpose. Let's see what happens.
I'll donate a fiver if we score and Adam doesn't celebrate. All right, disappointed Moose has set the gauntlet, Adam. You're not allowed to celebrate if this one flies in. So it's a free kick. Two options. Who's going to take it?
𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍, and he's not taking it yet. I will say the free kick has not been taken yet, so it's no
Simon,
with that.
That's very funny. How a troublesome virus will rear its ugly head in 2019. Please warn everyone in your time. Oh, I haven't touched it. Right, here's the free kick. Yeah.
I didn't celebrate.
High, wide, and not very handsome. I mean, it was if we scored, Adam. So there we go. Yeah, I mean, I've no idea what happened there. I have not touched my screen. And somehow everyone in the stream was ahead of me and Adam jumped ahead of me. So maybe all of your TVs, without any of you noticing, zipped forward. Just saying. Except
well, I said I thought mine had paused, and then I looked up at the clock and thought, hang on, that's
all right.
That zipped, and it was at the point of the injury to Daniel Johnson, so maybe.
And mine didn't. It's like they know. Sky hate me. That's what it is. Even though I've been a loyal member for so long. Ball played forward. Preston looking to get on the end of this with Maguire, but John Egan will play that back to Robin Olsen. He's got a good kick on him, Robin Olsen. I like that clearance.
Yeah.
Bit of head tennis, and then it'll try and fall for Ben Whiteman and Fleck. They have a little wrestle. Really good. John Fleck muscled Ben Whiteman out of that.
Go.
Does he have a trick, Reece Norrington-Davies? Is that something in his locker, do you think?
I've not seen it.
I've not either.
It seems to be pure head down and go, and then get the ball in. Nothing wrong with that, as long as the strikers are on the end of it. But yeah, it's refreshing, because no disrespect to George Baldock, but George tends to beat the man, go back, try and beat the man again. So I guess it's sort of chalk and cheese, but there's nothing wrong with a quick ball. There's
nothing wrong with a quick ball. I've moved my camera a little bit because Will asked how can we get Sheffield United t-shirts, and I assume you mean, here we are, yeah, Sheffield United Way t-shirts, well, the one that I'm wearing here. Adam, you've even asked about how you can get one of these, haven't you?
I have.
They are the must-have accessory for the autumn.
Absolutely.
It's all down to Nick, and he is looking into it, but we could do with a partner, someone who actually makes
clothing. Right, here's a chance for 𝐍𝐨𝐫𝐝 on this left-hand side. He's trying to work in a chance to get that cross in, and instead he's laid it off so that it can be crossed in. It's not beaten the first man by Rhys Norrington-Davies, and he's got Vandenberg up against him, and that's a tricky opponent, as we've already seen. He's probably been one of Preston's best players today. 𝐼𝐚𝐻𝐸 Ndiaye will try and head that down to Morgan Gibbs-White, but the referee said he fouled his man there. I'm not sure about that, Adam.
Yeah, he indicated it took on the shirt.
Not sure.
You get the graphics as well, though. Took on the shirt.
You do. You get the full package with Adam Wilson. And I've seen him in the shower, so that's very much true. Also, a quick reminder that Den Blades fanzine is available if you'd like to support another bit of wonderful creation from fellow Sheffield United fans. And this one's all about Chris Wilder. We've got another injury. This one looks like it's going to be a change, doesn't it? It's a shame because it does. It's 𝐼𝐚𝐻𝐸 Ndiaye.
Billy's running
unless you're all in the 80th minute or something, and you know, because every time there's an injury, for some reason I lose time.
Yeah, he was accused of shirt pulling, but now he's obviously done himself great harm in trying to rip that Preston North End defender's shirt off his back. Has done himself a mischief by the looks of it, Hal.
Well, is it Ndiaye or is it Gibbs-White?
I can't see.
I think it's Ndiaye.
I think it's Ndiaye. I do. I think it's Ndiaye.
And that's going to be 2 injuries in 2 games that forces him off. It's not been quite the same display from him, but he's been excellent. He really does look a player. I'm so excited for him moving forward. He just looks to be the complete package. If you would like Sheffield United Way merch, let us know in the comments, because if we feel like there's enough of a market, we'll obviously do it. But, it does cost a lot to make merch, so we'd have to know people who are actually going to buy it.
Excellent T-shirts. £150 each.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's a good idea. If we want to go to these football content awards in London, we've worked out it's £450 for all of us to go. So, yeah, we need to really going to need to mark up the price. Yeah.
Get your name on the back.
Blades watching. Why have I never seen this page? Well, Paul, I mean, that is outrageous, shocking, and outrageous again. We've only been going for a short while, but it's great to have you on board. Do please like and subscribe, Sheffield United Way. Tell every Blade you know. When I was at Bramall Lane on Saturday, people were sort of chatting to me. Everyone, I was just saying the same sentence. Tell everyone you know about Sheffield United Way because of how much work we put in. How much do Manscaped pay you for every time you say package? The whole way it works is it only works if you guys buy something. All right, that's why we can't count that. So, if you don't go there and buy anything. So, yeah, that's a good way of supporting the channel. It'd be really great. And it's not the only way. You can become a member, and you can also go to nordvpn.com/TSUW. We are still at Stoppage. That's why I'm doing all these now. 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months free. And we are back underway, that injury. And a chance for Preston with the keeper to launch it upfield. We're at 71 minutes if you are just joining. Really nice touch there from Billy Sharp. Oh, he's just become a completely different player in his advanced years. Good ball in from 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐝. That'll roll out for a throw into the Blades.
It will. It was a decent ball in. Could have been a further yard forward just for the strikers to run onto. But he's done all right since he's come on, 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐝.
Yeah, and Ndiaye went off, Rhian Brewster went on, so we can now see what Rhian Brewster can do, Adam, as we spoke about, what Rhian Brewster can do with Morgan Gibbs-White, the 2 players that have worked together before with the England setup and apparently are really good friends.
As long as they produce it on the pitch.
Yeah, it might be a Cabba-Webber situation. They were best pals, weren't they? Sort of Andy Cole, Dwight York.
Yeah. Hopefully some understanding, but if they talk to each other on the pitch, that's what we want.
Yeah.
But
it's good play. Rhian Brewster, it's a nice touch. He does look hungry. Friend of the channel, Rhian Brewster. Check him out on our fan cams. And the ball laid back to Oliver Norwood. We're on 72.03 if you want to get level on a sync with us. I'm not touching it again. I don't care what time Adam gets on. We're staying now. 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐝 wins a corner. Brilliant play. And Scott Kelly, you are a star. California Blade, showing my support for the boys.
Good man, Scott.
Blade. Scott Kelly, who looks like the wearer of a wonderful beard. If that's a picture of you, to be fair, you never really know. $10 Really appreciate that, Scott. I don't know if you are a California born and bred or a Brit who's managed to somehow move to the States and live the dream that we all want, which is to marry an American woman. Here's a chance for Oliver Norwood. Gets to that byline. Can he cross that ball in? Oh, it's low, it's drilled, but there was 4 Preston players, and it's not as if their shirts aren't easy to see. By the way, Daniel Johnson is still on the pitch. I think it's worth mentioning after that very, very long injury, number 11. So I don't know quite what happened there.
Norwood, for me, has to do better there. I think he was coming in hoping that the goalkeeper was going to make a move, and he was having a sneaky look at the near post to see if he could sort of fire one in there first. And the goalkeeper didn't, and then he played it to one of the 6 Preston defenders at the 6-yard line.
Very strange. Brad Potts is on for Sean Maguire. If you are a Preston fan, we do want to cater for everyone here on this channel, so that's the only change that Preston have made so far. Now here's gorgeous George Baldock going to lay it back to Jackie Long throw. It's a disappointing pass, and Daniel Johnson can get that ball clear on this left-hand side.
Oh, Reece.
What's Reece Norrington-Davis doing there? All over him. Absolutely all over Reece Jacobson. A yellow card for Reece Norrington-Davis and a free kick to Preston North End. Adam, that was sloppy play from Reece.
It was sloppy, but he's fearful. I think he was worried that if he got in, in a way it was a good foul, a good one to take, because Jacobson had gone past him and he was running into space with 2 or 3 Preston players bursting forward. So a bit of a rugby tackle, grabbed hold of his shorts. It was always going to be a booking. Taking one for the team, I think that's known as in the trade.
It is. He was out of position, wasn't he? He was in that right back position.
He was caught out, but yeah.
He was caught out. It's a free kick taken by Preston North End to that far post. It's going to be headed back across the face, except it gets that header. And it's a 50-pence piece header again, isn't it? So it's gone out for a goal kick. Who's impressed you for the Blades in this game?
For me, I think 𝐍𝐸𝐸 obviously one's had a really good game. I think John Fleck's been quietly effective today as well. They've all been steady. There's no one had a bad game. I think if you're giving 6, 7 out of 10s across the board, there's no one really head and shoulders above everybody else. I think Baldock's had a good game. Norrington-Davis, until that yellow card, has had a good game. It'd be a tough one on the ratings tonight.
It will. It's Ollie, isn't it?
It is Ollie. That's not Ollie Norwood. That's
no. We've asked Ollie Norwood. He's always busy on a match day. You mentioned Head and Shoulders. That'd be a cracking sponsor for the channel. Let's work on that. Bobby in the background, make a note. Oh yeah, he's not here, is he? Right, we're on 75.17. If you want to get level with us, you can pause YouTube, Facebook, and we're also on Twitch, kids. And you can also pause your TV if that's the way that you're choosing to watch. We're doing really well now. We're doing really well. Super Dingus with the £5 English. You can't make comments like that about wanting to marry an American woman when you have an Italian wife. Hal in the doghouse tonight. Adam, have you ever met my wife?
I've not, no.
It's shocking that. We've known each other for so long. I met Adam in 2001, and he's never met my wife. And she said to me she was going to buy me some trainers as a gift the other day. And she said she'd found the one she wanted. I said, do you know my shoe size? She goes, yeah, 6 or 7. And I went, I'm a 9. I mean, what? It's totally different. Here's John Fleck. Chance for him to break into the box. It's chipped. Oh, it's saved by the keeper. Is it going to break? And Preston will get it away. Oh, what a chance. And it's Josh Earl who will get it away. It was really unlucky Fleck. Really good goalkeeping from Everson or Everson. And a foul, referee.
That's a
referee. Oh, he says not. And this is a chance for Daniel Johnson. Who else? And it's going to fall on the edge and cleared with that slightly skew whiff shot. It'll go out for a goal kick.
You say we met in 2001, Hal, but since we both graduated in 2004, so 17 years ago, I think I've seen you twice in all that time. Actually, in the flesh. Maybe three times.
We're really bad people.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen Nick now in my life in the flesh 3 times.
That's unfortunate.
I think what's unfortunate is just how much taller he is than me. You're missing nothing. It's a very delayed goal kick. We're on 77.09 as Robin Olsen plays it short, and it's a chance now on this left-hand side. The Blades are going to find Rhian Brewster, who's playing like a winger again, Adam.
He is. But Brewster looks hungry. He's keen for the ball. He's running around. He looks like he's a a boy with a point to prove.
As is Sander Berge. And here he is, marching forward, plays it to his best buddy, George Baldock's terrible cross. Absolutely awful. Just explain what he did there, Adam.
He sort of got a sand wedge under it and dinked it to the goalkeeper. Sort of like a bit like when I was throwing a ball at my 3-year-old daughter in the pool on holiday, and you just gently there you go, because you've been polite. Not when you're playing volleyball. And
Adam, you're a keeper.
Yes.
So Matthew Ragg has said, what's Olsen been like?
Average today. He's been average. His kickings look quite good by one clanger. But for me, the first goal, I don't know if it's a lack of communication, but he has to be accountable for that first goal in my eyes. Other than that, he's not had a lot to do. He's a couple of sort of saves you'd expect him to make, but he's not really been tested. So it's early days to judge. But
I agree with that.
But sadly, at the moment, he'll be remembered for that goal for me at the moment.
And if this ends 1-1, this is 2 points dropped. Sheffield United taking the lead on 7 minutes through Morgan Gibbs-White. If you are just joining us, beautiful interchange and play between 𝐼𝐼𝐼 Ndiaye and Morgan Gibbs-White throughout the game, as well as that goal. And here's a chance for Reece Norrington-Davies. We've said, does he have a trick? And Adam suggested he does not. I think there we saw an example. It's head down. Yeah. It's like when I used to play, isn't it? The blinkers.
Yep.
So he needs to work on that. Absolutely. Yeah, because he's clearly a very, very good player. And Reece Norrington-Davies has proven that he's ready for this level. I don't know how much any of these players earn, obviously. I would imagine he's on a lot less than Ender Stevens. And Ender is going to struggle to get back in this team.
Yeah, I think Ender will struggle to get in this team. And I think the difference with Reece Norrington-Davies is that his attacking threat, dare I say, is a little bit better than Stevens. And in this formation, it suits him a little bit more than Stevens. I don't see Stevens as a left backing of four. That's just my personal opinion. That's no disrespect to Ender, but he has got youth on his side. But of course, Ender's international footballer, so I mean, it's not for me to sort of say I'm wrong. But he's certainly stiff competition. Oh, sorry, I thought Billy Sharp was just going to get a leg on that as it went through. But yeah, I think Reece Norrington-Davies is the best left back at the club.
Totally agree. Lee Pitts has joined us in the chat. Absolutely brilliant to see you in here, Lee. How long is a reasonable time to stick with this manager? I don't see him going anywhere with the size of contract. I mean, I'll give you an honest opinion. I don't think Slav is going to be a Blades manager for a particularly long time. I don't think this is a Warnock, Bassett, Wilder manager. What do you think, Adam?
I think it depends where we are in the division, what division we get into. I don't think he'll be.
We get to League One. He definitely wants to be.
No. I mean, how many seasons will he give it a go in the Championship? If it doesn't happen first time, will he stick around for a second campaign? I mean,
probably not. He's on a great contract, and of course, now with the Brexit, he needs the points so he can stick in England if he wants to. So he won't want to leave. He definitely won't want to resign, no matter how many official warnings he gets from some of the things he says to the press. He won't want to leave. He will want to stay, and I would say the only way he goes in the first season is if he's sacked. I don't see him resigning, no matter how annoyed he gets, as promises that he might believe were broken. Anyone who watched our interview with the Prince will know that it's one side of the story, and there's always two sides of every story.
Absolutely.
Here's Brewster on the edge of the box. So a shot for 82 is really easy. That's meat and drink for a keeper of Iverson's quality. And you see the reaction from the Kop. It's polite applause. No one's on their feet. That's a disappointment. I think he could have done a little bit better with that shot, Adam.
Yeah, he was looking for the far corner as he looks at it, tried to sort of send it out wide and curl it back in. But it wasn't Dean Saunders-esque. I always remember Dean Saunders with the amount of goals he scored for the Blades by just arching the body, putting the right boot round it and curling it round.
Here's a chance for Preston North End on 82. Oh, it's a brilliant save from Robin Olsen. He makes up for that earlier error. What a chance. That should have been 2-1 to Preston. They've always looked dangerous on the break, and it was Reece Jacobson who had a chance, gilt-edged. I think it was his left foot, and brilliant from Robin Olsen. Used his body well and made sure that one went over the bar. Remember, if we are behind, you can... I don't actually know if you can pause the red button. I've been saying that all the way through the game. Right, thanks, Adam. I mean, you could have corrected me at 82 minutes.
I did. I told you in the first half we couldn't pause.
Oh, sorry. Right.
But no, that was great from Robin Olsen because that's keeping. You said before he was good at getting down. He stayed big. He stayed as a goalkeeper. That's what you want in that position. Don't go down. Don't open it up for the. And that's 2 goalkeepers. One at either end of the field. The save from Fleck. Both strikers, midfielders, Fleck in our case, didn't do much wrong. They hit the target. They looked to lift it, and it was good goalkeeping on both counts. So you have to give goalkeepers credit at that point. Credit
where credit's due. Also credit to Preston fans who paid £33 to go to this game. Which is what Nick told me is the bare minimum I was allowed to make tonight. And they are there in some good numbers on a wet Tuesday night. Is this going to be a disappointing 1-1 draw after very much the Lord Mayor's show, Adam?
I'm not commenting anymore. I'm giving up on predictions. Get McBurney on. It's looking like it is fizzling out to 1-1.
Yeah, well, Fawaz is in Saudi Arabia and wishes could see the game, but Bain are only showing Bournemouth QPR. So, Adam, you can answer this. How's the overall performance been, the team chemistry?
Team chemistry has been pretty good. They look to find each other, zip it about. I would say, the Blades are just coming forward here. This looks like a real chance for Fleck. Finds the ball through. Go on, Billy.
Oh, go on, Billy Sharp in the box. Can he get the turn? Can he get a chance? It's Sanderberger! Yes! 84 minutes! Oh, brilliant goal. Wonderful team. You called it, Adam. You saw that was going to happen, although you did celebrate.
I'm all of a second in front of you. I'm all of 1 second in front of you, Hal.
Get in, Blades.
It's a great insight from the stat man that this game is petering out into a 1-1 draw. I told you I was giving up predicting.
There's nothing we can do about being slightly behind. I mean, I have to say, when people tell us we're slightly behind, that is to do with the internet. You're not in the room with us. We are, I promise, level with you, and then through the wires, it always goes. That's my excuse anyway. Brilliant. Adam, you were saying.
Yeah, I was saying the team cohesion, there's class it there. There must have been 7 or 8 Blades had a touch of the ball on getting that forward. They're persisting with the short passing, it's worked. And, Sanderberg getting forward the way he did then, it's tremendous.
Absolutely.
That's what you look for. And for me, the man who I thought would be more of the holding midfielder, I thought that might suit him being what is the only Norwood role at the moment. But I thought he's going to be Berger or Norwood, one or the other. That's how I felt it was going to be. But he's got forward, and the big Norwegian produces the goods.
Alex Green-Ortiz with $4.99. We are winning. Sheffield United are winning. Get in. Oh, I mean, it's been such a long time since we've won with Sanderberge. I'm trying to remember the last time we did actually win a game with him in the side.
Jack, last time we won a game. There's not many of those, Al, to be fair.
It's been, 20 defeats, 3 draws, something like that. It's been a long time, but good for him. It's really, really brilliant. I obviously want him to succeed. We spent a lot of money on him and just wonderfully taken goal. Iverson, no chance. I mean, I'll see it again and maybe had a chance. But it was good, drilled low through his legs, I think. Just great.
And Daniel Johnson's gone off the pitch as well.
It's all happening. So it is 2-1. If you are just joining us, we are in the 87th minute. Sheffield United 2, Preston North End 1. Morgan Gibbs-White giving United the lead on 7 minutes. Then Daniel Johnson, the nemesis for United, on 19, getting a goal. And Sanderberger has just made it 2-1 Blades. Ball thrown in for Preston. It's going to be headed clear all the way back with a chance for them to get it in again. Substitutions for Preston. Maguire went off and Potts came on. And as Adam mentioned, Johnson went off and McCann came on. We've had a chance here for Preston, which is cleared, and they'll only get it away as far as Ben Whiteman. Luke Freeman went off and the goal scorer Sanderberger came on. Iliman and Dye got injured again and Ryan Brewster came on. Oliver Norwood went off and Connor Howrahan is now on. So that's all your subs for the Red and White Wizards. But Preston now really, Adam, looking to turn the screw and try and get an equaliser. Their heads didn't drop when we scored our first and you thought it could have been a cricket score. How do you see their response?
Oh, they've got nothing to lose. I mean, if you're conceding with 5 minutes to go, you've got to go for it. They've nothing to lose now. They came to do a job. They got to 1-1. They were possibly looking to nick it 2-1, but they'd have been relatively content with a point at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. But they can throw it all at us now, and hopefully it leaves some gaps and we can just put the game to bed with a third. But that isn't generally the Sheffield United way.
The Sheffield United way. Get the merch. Is it the Burnley player who pointed at the Umbro? It's a free kick. Robin Olsen will take it. 2-1 Blades into the 88th minute. We're on 87.56. If you want to try and get level with us, good luck. Here's Billy Sharp. Oh, it's a flick ball over the top. Chance for 𝐍𝐸𝐴𝐻 Brewster, and it's not going to count. It was a lovely finish, actually, from 𝐍𝐸𝐴𝐻 Brewster, but
it was
offside. It was a shame. He needs a goal, full stop. A league goal 𝐍𝐸𝐴𝐻 Brewster doth need. Thanks to each and every one of you that has joined. If you haven't hit like yet, please do. We have not quite reached our goal of raising £100, which is going to help us get to the Football Content Awards. We've been nominated in 4 categories. We'd love to go. Best podcast would be fun to win. We have an audio podcast called Sheffield United Way. It's not in any way a rival to the existing fantastic content that is created by Four Blades in a Pub, Tufty Club, Red Half of Sheffield, Blades Pod. It's interviews with Sheffield United legends. So when you think Sheffield United legends, you think 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐚𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐝, you think Dean Hammond, you think Martin Wolford. They're all on there and more.
It's nervous 2 or 3 minutes, you think, Hal?
Yeah, really big time. I've got a feeling there's going to be quite a lot of time added on as well with all the injuries. Sander Berge just loses out there, and it's a chance for Preston to play that ball out onto the right-hand side. We're into the 90th minute. Oh, it's a poor touch from Vandenberg. It's the first time he's actually done anything wrong, but that cross will come in second time. And 𝐍𝐸𝐴𝐻 Brewster it is who gets it clear. It's a long clearance over the top. Billy's got the strength. Can he win this? He can instead help his second man in command, Morgan Gibbs-White, the law firm, and he'll just hold that ball up, plays it back to 𝐍𝐸𝐴𝐻 Brewster, who's playing a lot deeper, certainly than I think he wants to play. Morgan Gibbs-White, 90th minute. How long do you think it's going to be added on?
I think it's 4 or 5. Been a couple of lengthy stoppages. 4 always seems to be the staple second half injury time board. There used to be 4 no matter what. No matter what happened, there's been substitutions as well. So I'll go 5 minutes.
5, I'll stick with that. I go along with it completely. Sander Berge giving it to John Fleck. Are we now playing the old Sheffield United way rather than the way we played on Saturday? Because we're playing it backwards rather than looking for that killer third.
I think it's understandable for a team that's had so many few wins. I mean, Saturday when you 3 goals clear until the 6th one went in to put us, second from Osborne to put us 4 goals clear. I think it's a different game, 1 goal clear going into stoppage time. If you're 2 goals in front, then fine, you can potentially go for some more. But no, it's just all about game management now and seeing out the stoppage time.
We've got 5 minutes added on. We've just got to hold on. Matthew asking, do we feel it's about squad depth? Is it better than the last few years? I think we've got a bloated squad. We've got 29 players. If everyone's fit, I don't know how you fit half of them in. Here's George Baldock working his way into the box. Can he get across it? It's blocked by Iverson. It'll be a corner. We're on 90-50 on our ridiculously behind stream. It's like the film Back to the Future. I do recognise that some of you are way ahead, and I can only apologise. But well done, Sander Berge. Adam, how do you say his name?
Well, Berge now, after listening to you, Hal. But
it's the way he says it.
I used to say Burge. I used to say Sander Berge. That's what I used
everyone
to say.
said when he joined. I mean, there's like 25,000 people in attendance, and they all say Sander Berge's name differently. I stick with Berge because that's what he says if you've ever heard him interviewed. Here is Sander Berge on the right-hand side. Doesn't pick the right option there, and it's a chance for Preston to break. We're into that 92nd minute. Really good, calm play from John Egan. I don't know how Ollie's going to do the ratings on Fan Reacts because players like John Egan have quietly gone about their business tonight. Yeah,
Egan has, Fleck has, Baldock has. Like I said, I can see a plethora of 7s in the ratings, but that's just my opinion. But it'd be very difficult to pick a star man.
Here's one man. Oh, it's a heavy touch. First touch of a rhino from that pass from 𝐍𝐸𝐴𝐻 Brewster and Sander Berge. Not quite. I might just call it Berger because I feel like that's what people want.
I think you have to say about 𝐍𝐸𝐴𝐻 Brewster though. He's not lost his confidence. He keeps trying. He keeps going. The way he won and took that penalty away for the under-21s was tremendous. That was not a penalty of a player low on confidence.
I hate penalties like that. The stuttered run-up penalties. They should ban those. Proper David Unsworth.
But it's
penalties.
confident. It's confidence, and that's what you want to see. You want to see our players being confident.
Right, a man I sound like, John Richardson. What do you lads think of tonight's overall performance?
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. That's how it's been. It hasn't been dazzling. It's been good. It's been solid. It has that feeling of, yes, let's nick it by 1. It would have felt like 2 points dropped if we concede, which I hope we don't. But
here's a chance. Morgan Gibbs White. He can play that ball into Billy Sharp. It gets that shot away. It's a good save by Everson.
But no, I think 2-1 on the edge of things. I think we've shaded it, and that's the scoreline. We've had the bigger chances. So I think this is it's a typical Sheffield United Championship grind out a result performance where
Conor
these are
Hourihane is on, by the way, and decided to take that ball into the corner and lost possession and gave away a free kick. So all around, that was really poor.
Yeah, but these are the sort of games to look back on. The unmemorable games at the end of the season where you've accumulated points, where it's not 2 points dropped, you've got over the line. Fingers crossed, 2 minutes to go. That we get over the line, and it's a job well done. 7 out of 10. That's all I can really say on the matter.
Preston still looking dangerous, still throwing men forward. The Blades could have, I think, done more with the ball. I don't like what Conor Hourihane did there, trying to take it into the corner and not holding it and giving away that free kick and giving Preston the chance to get the ball forward. We've just hit 94. We've got 1 minute left to hold on, and Preston are going to fire this ball into the box. They've got everyone bar the keeper forward. Real nervous moments. It's going to be launched. It's going to be hit long. Adam says the Blades have deserved to win. Oh, it's a bad header backwards. This is a mess. It's ugly scenes. It must be. It's 2-2.
It is. Oh, dear. And now it feels like a defeat.
Unbelievable. Oh, shocking defending. Absolute disaster at the back. Really, really poor. Preston fans have gone onto the pitch to celebrate a draw. Oh, just gutting, Adam. Absolutely gutting. Sander Berge again, not going to be part of a win. He doesn't deserve that. That feels like a defeat. That feels like a big defeat.
You've got to see it, and it's all come from Hourihane.
You've got to see it out. Hourihane.
Ratting going to the gun.
He'll come good. He'll come good, Hourihane. He'll be a decent signing, but I've got to say, he's looked a bit rusty. He looked rusty against Peterborough when he came on. A couple of misplaced passes, and he made the wrong decision there. And then, the free kick is given. This is going to be a 2-2. And we're going to look at this as 2 points dropped. And I think we needed a win here, Adam, to just actually get the season started.
Yep, agreed. Just the only hope is we do what Huddersfield do to us, and we go down and nick it. But I don't see it. Not
long enough left, mate. And it's just, well, when you think we've probably deserved it, if you think about chances, there aren't. It isn't a game, but it wasn't a game littered with chances.
It's done.
That's your full time. The Blades throw it away. Absolutely gutting. Absolutely gutting. Adam, what's your now your score? You said 7.
It's still. I mean, it's disappointing. I mean, it's now gone to a 5. It feels like a kick in the teeth. It's a bit raw at the minute. I mean, it was a 7 out of 10 performance, but it is one of those that's. It was looking like job done. 3 points. It's now 2 points dropped, and
they've nicked it.
It's a big. It's a big 2 points. No, they deserve better. It's 2 points dropped. It's that's 3 points gone already. After time, Huddersfield nicked a point, got it back, lost it again today. Stoppage time. You can't concede goals in stoppage time that cost you points like this.
A lot of comments saying Basham should have played. What do you think?
Easy after the event, isn't it?
It's you don't need to have. I don't know why we always feel like we need to have a left footer next to a right footer when you're playing 4 at the back. Sean Murphy, Rob Page, Chris Morgan. None of them left footed. Worked fine. You don't need a left footer. So is Chris Basham a better defender? That's the question. Is Lapata the future? Should he be playing more? I don't personally think that Jackie Longthrow is a bad defender. I think he makes mistakes occasionally, and that's scary. And he's made mistakes again. But is he the reason we've drawn that game?
No.
I think it's very harsh to pin it all on Robinson. Very harsh.
I mean, you've got three things that have led to the goal. You've got Horahan prattling about in the corner, which shouldn't be happening. It's not going to be a popular comment, but what a stupid foul that Billy Sharp gave away. There's absolutely no need for Billy Sharp to give away a foul in that position.
Right, that's not going to
because all you're doing is giving them the chance with the big lads to throw the ball forward. So the last thing you want to do in no disrespect to Preston, but they've been playing it quite long all the way through. They're throwing the keeper up, they're throwing everybody up front. You're giving them that one last opportunity to get the ball in the box. And that's where Preston have an advantage over us. So I
think that's the point from Sam. That's it. Of all the comments I've read, that's the most sensible. Robinson isn't bad, but Basham is consistent. That's true. You always know what you're going to get from Chris Basham. He just doesn't let you down. Doesn't make mistakes. Gives everything.
He does. It feels like a defeat again.
It's horrible, isn't it? It's absolutely horrible. And for all those that went, hats off to you. Hats off to you, because that's going to be... whenever we don't win, I'm really glad I didn't do the 3.5-hour journey. I know I shouldn't say it, but I always am. And when we've won, the drive back feels like half an hour.
Hull at this early stage of the season is now a must-win. They've got to go on the road and get a win. That's what the club need it. A double whammy would be Brewster scoring the winning goal at Hull. That would be the double whammy, but they've got to go to Hull and get something now.
Is it a must-win or a must-not lose?
It's a must-win.
Okay.
It's. I know it's early days, but harsh facts. We've had one win all season. Yes, it was a resounding win. Then we've had a draw. We've lost twice at home already. We've got 4 points from 4 home games, which is not Sheffield United Championship form. We're behind the 8 ball. We need to go on a hell of a run. It was different to last season, and we'll put that in the past. I don't want to keep harping on about last year, but it was all the win will come, but you're so far cut adrift. This season, for a club that's got to be in the top 6, you cannot keep affording to be dropping points like these. It's 2 points gone tonight. You're going to have the odd bad result, the odd blip in the season. That's bound to happen. But to your top 6 side, you don't want to be getting to the point where you need to be getting 2 points a game just to get in contention for that top 6. Yeah, all right, Ivanovic just went on a run with Fulham. There is a team that has a run, like something, they win 20 out of the last 30 games or something ridiculous. It does happen, but you don't want to be a team to be in that position. You want to get yourself on the tails of the top 6 as early as possible. Then if you do have a bit of a blip, you're not chasing 15 points from 18 at the end of the season just to make the playoffs. You need to steadily accumulate points. You've got to be looking at 1.5 points a game in that region as an absolute minimum up to March, so you can have a real push at it. If you want your automatics, you're 2 points a game. That's what you've got to be looking at. But you've got to be at 1.5 points a game. So after 6 games, you've got to be at 9 points. After 10 games, you've got to be looking at 15 absolute minimum, in my eyes, if you're looking for a push on that top 6. Because at the end of the season, 69 from 46 isn't going to cut it for the playoffs. So you've got to be in a position to strike when you go on that good run. Because we will have a blip. We'll have that point of the season where you lose you do lose 2 or 3 in a row. You pick up a draw when you shouldn't. You'll get 2 points from 4 games, 5 games. But you need to have that buffer. And you do not want to be playing catch up in this league. Because as we know, this league can be brutal and you can languish like other teams that have come down. Look at Stoke City. You look at Huddersfield Town. QPR in seasons gone by, Derby County, Nottingham Forest. The list goes on of teams who have played at the highest level, and you just cannot get away from being a bottom half championship side, flirting with the wrong end rather than the top end. And we need to go on a run, and we need to go on a run quick. That's why Hull is a must-win game.
I think you've said that so well. Sheffield United are 16th in the table. Jackie Long throw, again, not his finest hour. Again, we've said that we think Basham is Mr. Consistent, but he's not left-footed, and that's not his fault. I don't think you need to be left-footed to play in a back four. That's just my opinion. Even he's not playing left back; he's playing centre back. So let's hope, as Steve says, that this is a blip.
Yeah. Well, I've got us down as 18th, Hal. Not wanting to sort of. Then I've got us down as 18th in the table after that tonight. 5 points from 6 games.
Yes. Yes, I think you're right. I've got us down as 6. Why have I got us down as 6 points? Maybe because I'm looking at the an unupdated.
Yeah, it's one win, 2. Maybe you are.
3 draws, 1 win. Isn't that right?
Yeah. So my table's not updated. I take that back. We might be in 16th. We might be in 16th then, but either way, looking at
it's not where we need to be, Adam. That's the main point, isn't it? We need to
be
in the top 6, and absolutely, Jack O'Connell, huge loss, and will continue to be so. For the season, it's been painful, Blades. It's not what we deserved. Chris just saying Hal's right. Good, like that. It's tough stuff, and it always feels like a defeat, as Adam quite rightly said, when it's come so late. Nick will be doing a match reaction on this channel. Adam will be doing a fans react on this channel. We will have fan cams as well from Luke Van Dome outside the ground right as we speak. He is recording people now. Thank you, each and every one of you, for watching. Adam, thank you very much for joining.
Problem.
It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll be back for you doing a watch along for Hull on Saturday. So until then.
Sheffield United way.